Yep.
Thank you to everybody from Montgomery for making the trip, for making it special. Thank you guys for making it here safely. Best of luck to everybody on the field. We're going to cheer on the Cougars here in about 12 minutes. Cougar Nation, get ready for about 12 minutes. The team will be hitting the field. And we're going to hit for something special. In the meantime, go check out the concession stand. I can smell the hamburgers from up here. Thank you all for coming and enjoy.
Whenever you're ready for us to go, just let me know. Let's give it a few more minutes. I don't want to sound like you just trying to force stuff. Good Friday night, Cougar fans.
Go ahead.
Good Friday night, Cougar fans, and welcome to live coverage of Grant High School Cougar Football. Live here on 446 Sports. We are glad to be with you tonight, bring you this ball game. Jamborees have been played. The scrimmages have been played. They are in the books. And it's time to play football that counts. Now this game that we're going to be bringing to you here tonight is a tradition. The Parish Pride game is played every year to kick off the season, and it pits two schools, the only two football teams in Grant Parish, your Grant Cougars and the Tigers from Montgomery High School. And I tell you what, it's strictly going to be a bragging rights game here tonight. These kids are up and they are ready to play football. I'm Chad James, and with me, and will be with me each and every week, is Coach Thomas LaBorde. Coach, you doing all right this evening?
Yes, sir. I'm excited. This one counts.
Yeah, this one's definitely going to go in the win-loss column. These kids are getting ready to honor our country in the playing of our national anthem. And I see a group of kids down there on the sideline praying, and there's going to be having an opening prayer here in just a few moments. So we're going to step away and just let you take in the scenes here at a high school football game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, kick off this second quarter. First, color guard getting ready to take the field. Ladies and gentlemen, please, your attention to the color guard. Please rise for the national anthem. Please rise for our nation's national anthem.
We're just about ready to play some football here tonight as the captains take the field for both your Grant Cougars and the Montgomery High School Tigers. Coach, this is a big game. I know you've actually coached in this game before.
Won and lost.
Won and lost. We mentioned at the coaches show last night how my son played here, and a picture popped up in my memories of him holding up that helmet, and that's what these kids are playing for here tonight. Is playing for that helmet. Half of it is Grant, represents Grant. The other half represents Montgomery. And I mean, the game counts, but I mean, for some of these kids, it's a little bit more to it than that.
Well, every kid on this one sideline that we're looking at across the field knows every kid over there. They've grown up together. They've hunted together. They've got in trouble together, as young men will do. And they both want it. And you look down across this stadium, it's packed with people. This is the one everybody in this parish wants. They want to win this game. They want to start 1-0. They want to take that helmet home. We've seen it the last 4 years. It stayed here at Grant. Before that, it was 5 at Montgomery, and so on and so forth. So it's let's not discount Montgomery. Come out here and play fiery and aggressive football.
Hopefully we'll be doing the Grant High Coaches Show with Coach Jarvis Felton Tuesday night at Route 22, and hopefully we can have that helmet sitting right on the table, right, that trophy right on the table. But we got to win this football game first, and we got to watch them in the Jamboree against LaSalle. Cougars look good. There are a few mistakes there. What do you see from a coach's standpoint? Defensively, I guess we could start there. What do they need to do to win this football game? Because Montgomery does have a talented quarterback, dual threat quarterback in Mason Jordan.
Yes, and we saw him warming up here before the game, and he looked very good. It's just a repeat of what they did against LaSalle. The linebackers have to stay home. They've got to play their assignments. I think if they can do that, there's a heck of a secondary back there, led by Keith McKinney. Assignment football, that's where you got to. We talked about it last night. We got to temper those emotions with our assignments.
Yeah.
You in a game like this, you don't want to match emotions per se with Montgomery, because their emotions are trying to drive them forward. You start matching emotions, you start making mistakes.
That's right. We're just moments away from kickoff here. Montgomery's got the ball teed up. And with the swing of the leg, we are underway. We got flags on the very, very first play. That's probably going to be some offsides on Montgomery on the kickoff.
And that's what we talked about earlier. Look, that was almost a line drive shot right there to the up man, trying to steal a possession, trying to get the benches fired up. These kids can believe it. They can achieve it, and so they're going to pull out all the stops tonight.
You got to wonder. I've never watched this young man kick here from Montgomery. I don't know if he's got the leg to get it back there. He may have it. I don't know. But we got Ahmad Sykes and Keith McKinney standing back about the 15-yard line, ready to receive this kick. Montgomery's going to kick again. That indeed was the call from the man in the white hat. Offsides on Montgomery. Montgomery teeing the ball up again. We'll see if we can't get this thing underway.
Do you think they try to steal another one here, or are we going to get a kickoff?
I think we're going to get a kickoff, Coach.
Little pooch kick.
Fielded at about the 35-yard line. I believe that's Mr. Rubin. He's got some room. Getting it out across midfield down to about the 44-yard line. Excellent field position for the Cougar offense to be taken over. Cougars are being led this year by senior quarterback Miles Futrell, number 7. Miles last year was his first year to actually play high school football, his junior season, and now here he is back his senior season to lead this Cougar offense.
We might see a little bit of his backup, Gage Husseini, number 9, in there at times. We talked about that last night.
The benefit of having two quarterbacks. Had one receiver far side of the field, one near side. Miles looking to throw early. I don't know if that was a busted play or what, but he is wrapped up by Cougars. by Tigers, and going to be taken down back across the 50, back in Cougar territory. I don't know if he was supposed to hand that off or it was supposed to be
Well, he had the slant right there with the mod. It looked like that's where he was going. There was a little bit of a juggle on his part with the snap, kind of threw the timing off. The slant, that's a timing play.
Sure.
You can't just recover and throw it.
Second down and long here for the Cougars. 2 receivers top of your screen, 1 at the bottom. Matthew Cooper in the backfield. Miles is looking to throw, and he's going to throw complete to Keith McKinney on the near side here at about the 41-yard line. Good gain there for the Cougars. Without that loss of play, that could have been a first down. Cougars appear to be going a little tempo here. Going to have 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Miles is going to throw again to Mr. Rubin, and that ball is going to fall incomplete, bring up a third down and about 6 here for the Cougars.
That down marker says 4th, but I believe it's third down.
Yeah, I do agree with you, Coach. I believe it is third down here for the Cougars. Miles looking to throw, and he is going to be sacked on this third down play. He looked to his left, wasn't anywhere to go with the football, and going to take a sack here, and the Cougars are going to have to punt here on their first series. Nice defensive stand there from Montgomery. That's not what we want to see. We want to see see the Cougar offense march it down the field. Well,
Chad, I guess we missed a play.
I guess apparently so. I apologize. I could have sworn it was third down, but apparently not. Cougar defense taking the field. These linebackers looked really good in the jamboree last week. Very disciplined, staying in their gaps. Mason Jordan, senior quarterback here for Montgomery. Shotgun, they're going to keep it on the ground. Bring the ball out across the 50-yard line. I believe they're going to mark it right there at midfield for Montgomery Tigers. Number 9 there, Jeremy Christian, is the running back. I'm sorry, Jeremiah Christian. It'll be second down and 5 here for the Montgomery Tigers. Cougars showing a little bit of pressure. I don't know if they'll send them or not. Going to keep it on the ground again, going around the left side with a big gain for Montgomery. Going to be tripped up at about the 35-yard line.
And they did send that pressure. He looped around, and he looped himself right out of the play. That's one where good call. They just got you on that one.
They certainly did. Certainly did. Big gain, enough for a first down. I believe they're going to mark him at about the 36-yard line here for Montgomery. Ball carrier there was number 6, Mr. Butler.
That's not the way you wanted to start, opposite from the jamboree.
No, it's not. Going to run the ball again over on the right side. Jeremiah Christian on the carry. No flags on the play, and there is a flag coming in after the touchdown was scored. We'll wait and see what the call is. Call stands. Montgomery will strike first. 36-yard touchdown play from what it looks like. Call is unsportsmanlike conduct against Montgomery. Touchdown does stand, so with 9:22 here in the first quarter, Montgomery is up 6-0 over the Cougars.
And Chad, they're just gashing the Cougars out of that double gun, just left and right. Nothing fancy, nothing exotic about it.
Curious to see what kind of adjustments Coach Hill, defensive coordinator here for the Cougars, makes. That's kind of meat and potato footballs.
There's nothing fancy about it. They're going to probably go ahead and take that penalty on the kickoff. Montgomery will go for 2.
Montgomery Tigers going for 2. Mason Jordan, the quarterback. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. Mason puts a man in motion, and we've got all kind of movement, flags. I couldn't tell if that was a false start. That is indeed what the call is, false start against Montgomery. They'll back them up and try again.
So they'll have a penalty enforced on that kickoff, and then when Cougars lucked up on this 2-point try to back them up here on that offsides.
I haven't got to watch Montgomery play at all this year in any of their scrimmages or jamboree. I am familiar with their quarterback, not real familiar with their running back. And we've got movement again. Flags down again. This time it's against the Cougars. Going to be encroachment against the Cougars, so they'll move the ball back to the original conversion attempt. Hoping here in just a minute they'll get this play off, Coach.
Well, this is what we talked about. You don't want to come out with that over-aggressive, over-emotion. They've been flying to the football just in the wrong direction. We've seen a couple of offsides penalties here.
Montgomery's going to try to throw, and
then it'll be a dead ball.
Conversion is intercepted, but it is a dead ball. And so 9:22 left here in the first quarter. Montgomery strikes first, up 6-0 here over the Cougars. We watched a little bit there. I mean, they didn't have the football long, just one series. And looked like some of the timing might have been a little bit off. Some of those things, I believe those would be easily correctable, don't you think, Coach?
Well, what we've seen from Montgomery, they're just playing fast and aggressive. You've got to kind of weather that storm. The old adage of a higher classification versus a lower one is the depth, the roster size, being able to just keep being fresh throughout the game. So you've got to kind of weather that storm a little bit. These kids they will not come and lay down ever.
No, they don't. Montgomery's always been a gritty football team. Most of these kids play both ways, play a little Iron Man football. What you're seeing right now is the unsportsmanlike penalty yards being enforced here on the kickoff. Mod Sykes and Keith McKinney standing at about the 25-yard line waiting to receive the kick. The last kick was short, fielded by the up men. And with a swing of the leg, again, fielded by the up man. Mr. Rubin breaks one tackle. He's got a little room trying to get the sideline. He's got one man that's got a good angle, and I tell you what, a big return here by the Cougars down inside the red zone of Montgomery, down at about the 10-yard line where the Cougar offense will be taking over. You can't really... You got to be happy about this field position. From an offensive coordinator, you probably love it. Of course, it does shrink the field a little bit for you. But
well, look, with that shrinking field, let's go out there, let's run the ball. Let's put it in the end zone. We don't have to do anything fancy. I don't believe we saw a run play that first series.
We did not.
From Grant,
Ahmad Sykes in the backfield. Ahmad Sykes, 4.40 speed. Maybe they can get him untracked here. And they're going to give it to Ahmad. He's looking for a little room, and he's got the edge, and he's going to get in the end zone for a Cougar touchdown. One play, one good return in one play, and the Cougar offense has tied this ball game up.
Well, that's what I said. Let's run the ball a little bit, huh? A little counter play right there. We've got another flag down, Chad.
We do have a flag. That one is thrown in the end zone.
I thought there might have been a late hit on Sykes.
That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Grant. I don't know if that was after the touchdown. We'll wait and see. We're waiting to see what they decide to do here. Touchdown does count, so that's probably going to be enforced on the kickoff here in just a moment as the Cougars line up for the point after. Jaden Rivera, who looked really good kicking in the jamboree. Snap is down, kick is up, kick is good with 9:06 left here in the first quarter. Your Cougars are on top by 1, 7-6 over Montgomery. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come right back. Stay with us right here on 446 Sports live coverage of Grant Cougar football. Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. Parish Pride game here to kick off the 2025 football season. Tradition, Grant High School taking on the Montgomery Tigers, and we've traded scores here.
We've also traded unsportsmanlike penalties. And that's what we talked about. Let's not match certain emotions in this game.
And we got another flag on the field. You know, I don't know, Coach, this is, you know, these high emotion games here nerves tend to be a little bit amped up. The call was offsides on the Cougars, so they're going to back that one up a little bit more. You can tell that they seem to have played a lot cleaner in the Jamboree and got some mental things going on here, but that's first game jitters.
Well, there's a difference in arguing with your neighbor versus arguing with your brother.
Yeah.
You want to take a few more cheap shots than necessary when it's family. This is, for all intents and purposes, this is the Grant Parish family out here.
That's right.
And so these kids are just no stone is being left unturned in pettiness and aggression.
Jaden Rivera with a beautiful kick. Ball's going to be fielded back at about the 32-yard line. Ball carrier is going to be taken out of bounds. Ball carrier there for Montgomery is not Drake Ballard.
Eli Bullock.
Eli Bullock. I'm having trouble seeing our roster with this purple and black lettering over here. I apologize to our listeners. Eli Bullock on the return. Montgomery offense going to be taken over here at about the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. Penalty yardage back the Cougars up. That was a beautiful kick.
That would have been down to inside the 10 on normal kickoff. The same formation we saw last drive.
Same formation again. Mason Jordan calling for the football. Matthew Cooper coming with a little bit of pressure. Mason's going to take off, and Matthew's going to run him down from behind at about got the ball a little across midfield there on that first down play.
And we want to give a lot of credit right there to Logan Roberts, number 62 from Montgomery. That was a heck of a block to spring that quarterback keep on the read option there.
Number 62 there from Montgomery, tall young man playing right tackle. See a little bit of the speed out of Matthew Cooper from his linebacker position to run Mason Jordan down from behind. Second down and about 6 here for Montgomery. Going to keep the ball on the ground again, just going to run the other side. Got flag on the play. Look like a gain of about 3. We'll wait and see what the call is. Still seeing our Cougar linebackers flying around. I tell you, the Montgomery line seem to be controlling the line of scrimmage there. At the outset of this game, going to be holding against Montgomery. I'm going to back it up. No, I'm sorry.
It's got offset.
Got a face mask against the Cougars, so we're going to play this down over. Ball is spotted right at midfield. The nose of the football touching the 50-yard line.
Well, Chad, we've seen virtually the same play left and right. Looks like Matthew's got the option to keep it if he wants to, but they're not asking the world of the offensive line. That and they're executing their assignments really well.
They really are. Got a bunch of receivers. Going to keep the ball on. Wow, what a play. That was Braden Sloan coming in from his linebacker position, and he completely blew that play. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is right. Braden Sloan.
I think he had enough of that play there.
I think he did. My goodness gracious. We've been talking about these linebackers here for the Cougars, and man, did he fly up there and make a play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and long here for Montgomery.
Braden Sloan and Jay Glass, the 2 ends, they were just some big fellas, and they've got a lot of aggression.
2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. Going to put a man in motion. Eli Bullock. He's going to throw, and that ball's going to fall incomplete. Going to bring up a 4th down and long. I would suspect this is going to be a Montgomery punt.
Sean Williams almost with the interception there, and then almost into the hands of the receiver.
Yeah, I thought at first we were going to see an interception there by Sean. He had a number of them last season. I believe the young man is a junior or sophomore this year, played really well last year.
They had Miles Futrell back there to return the punt, and I guess cooler heads prevailed.
We've got the man with the 4.4 speed back there standing at about the 21, Ahmad Sykes.
Oh,
up, ball on the ground. Jake Glass in pursuit. Jake Glass is going to hit the punter as he picked the football up, and the Cougar offense is going to be set up in really, really good field position here after the bad snap. Jake Glass, a big young man. I think he's about 6'3", 6'4", big young man, long young man, a lot of length.
That's a kid that gets off the bus and the opposing team immediately wants to know what number is he and where is he playing.
Where does he play? Cougar offense takes the field, 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line, I believe, where the ball is spotted. A little bit of a low snap.
And there goes Ahmad.
And there goes Ahmad Sykes, untouched, all the way to the end zone for another Grant Cougar touchdown. Now, this is what we like to see here, isn't it, Coach?
Oh, absolutely. And, it's almost watching him run is effortless. And he's just separating himself.
It doesn't seem like he's really kicked it into high gear in terms of his speed, but man, he made short work of that. Kick is up.
They got a little piece of it.
Got a little piece of it, but Jaden puts it through. 7:05 here left in the first quarter of play, and the Cougars have stretched their lead 14-6 over the Montgomery Tigers. We'll be right back. Stay with us here on 446 Sports, coverage of Grant Cougar football.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
ugh, come on.
Seriously? This is so extra.
but what you could say is,
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra.
Welcome back to Grant High School Cougar Stadium. I'm trying to run all my words there together, Coach, for the Parish Pride game. Here played each and every year, and kind of had some back and forth here. Montgomery struck first, but the Cougars have come back and put 2 touchdowns on the board. Kind of had some of those first game jitters. Got a few penalties, but that's all right. Cougars kicking the ball away after their second score by Ahmad Sykes. Nice kick by Jaden Rivera, and the Cougars field that one perfectly. I didn't see that. I believe that was Jake
That was Javen Davis, a freshman, number 18.
Yeah, how about that? Freshman contributing here on Friday nights here for the Cougars.
I'm sure his family will be happy he got a shout-out tonight.
Absolutely. It's not often you get to call a freshman's name on the air, but he definitely made an excellent coverage play there against Montgomery. They're going to be taking over at about the 24-25 yard line, 1st and 10. It's where Mason Jordan will lead the Montgomery offense.
They look good running the ball, Chad. They have looked really good running the ball. We'll see how Grant has adjusted to that.
They even faked me out on that one. They're going to throw back to the other side. Going to have a modest gain there from Montgomery. I didn't get to see who. Couldn't really tell what number that was. Mason Jordan completed that pass to Montgomery, but they got a pretty good gain out of that on 1st down. Looks like about 6 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4.
Well, we've seen the run. We've seen the run left, the outside zone left, outside zone right, and they played off of it with the read option, and now the RPO down there to the far side.
Mason Jordan rolling out to his right, jumping and throwing complete to Eli Bullock, and that's going to be enough for Montgomery 1st down, getting out near midfield.
I tell you what, Mason Jordan is looking like a phenomenal leader at that quarterback position. He's just running around this field making plays. He looked a little bit like Tim Tebow jumping up there and throwing the fire. That wasn't a jump pass, by the way, but Mason, he is a great football player. I've watched him grow up. He played in Red River for Grant. Low snap here on 1st down. He's just going to pick it up and try to make a play out of it. Cougars cover it pretty well. Going to pick up, looks like about 4 yards on the play. I believe he got a good little shot there from number 4, Kendrick Brown, coming down from the safety position. That'll make you rethink running that play a couple of times.
I love to see that, though. You know, your secondary, we saw it in the Jamboree, see it a little bit here tonight. These secondary players coming down and making hits.
We've even got the starting quarterback down there playing free safety, number 7, Miles Sutro. He slipped on the field on us.
He did. We got a hydration timeout here on the field, and so we're going to step away and pay some bills. Stay right here with us on 446 Sports live coverage of Grant Cougar football. Welcome back to Grant High School. Grant Cougars taking on the Montgomery Tigers right here in the Parish Pride game. Seems to be a back and forth affair here. Got 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. Cougars are up 14-6 over Montgomery. Montgomery's 2nd down and looks like about 6 or 7 here. Ball spotted just on the Montgomery side of the 50. Mason Jordan. That pass was just a little bit over the head of the receiver there, Jeremiah Christian. It's kind of a tough play to make there.
Well, you could hear the Grant coaches call and scream, but it was really just an out. It was kind of a fake screen almost, if you will. The running back went out there into the flats, and he was all alone.
Oftentimes, those seemingly easy plays where he's out there all by himself, that's the ones you'll miss, right?
That's right, and he might come back later with a one-hander.
3rd down and about 7 here for Montgomery. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 up at the top. Mason Jordan's looking to throw. Got pressure in his face. He's scrambling around looking for a place to go, and he is not going to find it. He is going to be wrapped up and sacked. That was a big sack there.
And Chad, that was a coverage sack. He had a little bit of time, but there was no one open.
No one. And We're watching this Grant secondary here. They've come up and make a play on a run play, not afraid to get up there and make a good tackle, but they can cover too. And so
Absolutely.
We're seeing that here tonight.
That lets you mix things up front. When you've got a secondary, you can say, "Hey, let's man up, and we're going to send the house."
4th down here, Montgomery in a punting situation. That's a little better snap for them, and they get a good punt off. Ball is going to go out of bounds, looks like at about the 31-yard line. That was our quarterback back there, standing back to receive that kick, Miles Futrell back there. I didn't really notice that at first until I saw him come trotting off the field.
Well, they knew they were going to kick it out of bounds, so they let him have that one, I think. That's what you tell him.
Yeah. Cougar offense going to be taken over here at about the 34-yard line.
We've seen 2 one-play drives in a row. I would not mind another one.
Oh, that would be perfectly okay with me. Cougars on the far hash. 34-yard line. Miles Futrell calling the signals. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. Going to keep it on the ground with Ahmad Sykes, and he is going to break 1 tackle, trying to get the edge, and he's going to get out near the 40. Football's going to be stripped. I do believe they're going to call his forward progress, call that one dead.
That's a heck of a play there by 69, just trying to make something happen for the Tigers. They're going to go quick here.
Low snap, going to give it back to Ahmad, looking for some room. Breaking 1 tackle, he's got the edge, and that young man does have the speed to go all the way, and that is another Grant Cougar touchdown. It is dangerous when that young man gets in space, especially when he's got 1 man to beat.
And usually I don't put the odds on that if he's got that 1 man. And again, just almost effortlessly just gliding down the sideline. So smooth. It almost looked as if he was jogging.
Ahmad Sykes having himself a game. Snap is down. Kick is up. And that kick is good. And Jaden Rivera is 3 for 3 on extra points. 4:13 left here in the first half. Grant Cougars are starting to open it up a little bit. 21-6 over the Montgomery Tigers. Stay with us right here on 446 Sports, and we'll be right back.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the LaLa Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. Grant Cougars against the Montgomery Tigers here in the Parish Pride game to open up the 2025 season. And Montgomery struck quickly here early in the ball game, scoring first, scored a touchdown, failed on the point after, but it's been all Cougars since. Cougars opened up a lead here 21-6.
Well, it's been all Ahmad Sykes here.
Ahmad Sykes.
He has just been so dynamic. 3 touchdowns. I'm going to go ahead and guess over 100 yards rushing at this point.
I would think so. He's running all over the field. Nice kick there from Jaden Rivera. Ball's going to be fielded at about the 15-yard line by Eli Bullock. Eli ran a lot, but he was running laterally and not perpendicularly, so he didn't get a whole lot of yardage out of that return. Ball looks like it's going to be spotted at about the 25 here, where Mason Jordan will be leading the Montgomery offense back out onto the field.
You know, we've seen them have some success tonight with just playing football. We'll see if they continue to go for that. As far as Grant, the young men on defense have really stepped up. Assignment football, if you will.
You know, you see there's a lot of things you can do off of off of different run plays you can throw out of them and different things. So I'm wondering if they're going to stick with what was working earlier. We got flags on the play. Looks like we're going to have 12 men on the field against Grant. Young man trying to get off the field but didn't get there. So they're going to mark the ball in Montgomery's favor, about 5 yards here. We're going to try first down again. Mason Jordan, senior quarterback for Montgomery, rolling out to his right. Going to be throwing on the run. The ball was caught, but man, what a lick. They're going to rule it incomplete. My goodness gracious, Keith McKinney just hammered the receiver, knocking the ball free before he could complete the catch. Got an injured Montgomery player on the field. They're tending to him right now, but man, Keith McKinney, got to watch him play last year, and it seems this year, man, he's really coming into his own. We watched him come up and make a big play during the jamboree, just a jarring hit, something that you a lot of times don't see out of cornerbacks. You know, they're mostly focused on coverage and those things, and but he's really made a couple of hard hits. We're going to step away for just a minute while they tend to the injured Montgomery player, and we're going to come right back here in just a few minutes. Stay with us here on 446 Sports.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athlete.
Welcome back. Injured player on the field was Eli Bullock. He is all right. He's walking off under his own power after the big hit from Keith McKinney.
Sometimes you just need a moment, Chad.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to get the breath knocked out of you, and sometimes you just need to go get a sip of water and catch your breath there for a minute. Second down and about 5 here from Montgomery. We got some movement on the Grant side. Going to have a little offsides here against the Cougars.
That might be enough for the first down, Chad. I got to see where Fisher spots the ball.
That is certainly the call, offsides, and he's going to be right there. Looks like they're going to give him the first down. Looks like the nose of the football is touching the line to gain.
Square first down again here for Montgomery.
Mason Jordan leading the Montgomery offense. Going to keep them all on the ground, running like they did before, and going to have a big game for another Montgomery first down. That was Jeremiah Christian, number 9 for Montgomery, carrying the football. Another Montgomery first down.
You know, on a night where we got to see one of the great running backs of all time from this parish, Brandon Newsom, as an honorary captain, we've seen 2 running backs from both sides just have an absolutely good good start to this game so far. Jeremiah Christian, and of course Ahmad Sykes.
Montgomery going quick, and they're going to run straight up the middle, down near another first down. That was Mason Jordan on the carry. He just kept it himself. Going to be about a yard short here. Looks like maybe less than a yard here. Second down for Montgomery. They caught the Cougars sleeping there for a moment on that one. Second down and short. Montgomery's in no big hurry. Got to run the ball over the right side. Jeremiah Christian. Nice open field tackle by number 40 for the Cougars.
That's Cullen Carbo. We saw him have a heck of a game at the Jamboree. You know, he along with Matthew Cooper, they've played tremendously at that linebacker position.
You know, last year I was calling games on the radio, and those black jerseys look really, really good on the field, but man, I tell you what, they're hard to tell what the numbers are from the booth. First down and 10 for Montgomery after the first down run. Ball spotted at the Cougar 40. Mason Jordan rolling out to his right, looking to throw the ball, and he's going to have pressure right in his face from Matthew Cooper. And he's going to lose yardage. He tried to throw it away there. That was Cullen Carbo in there too as well on that stop. Going to bring up some long yardage here for the Montgomery Tigers to get to the line to gain.
Go ahead, I'm sorry, Coach. For our viewing audience, that was not intentional grounding. He was outside of the tackle box. And of course, the ball got across the line of scrimmage. Great call by the officials. I wish they would have been at the LSU Clemson game. We saw some true intentional grounding there.
Right. Second down and 10. He did get rid of that football. Mason's just going to call his own number. Try the left side. He's got some room over there. But we got the Cougars closing quickly. Couldn't tell who the main man there was leading the charge there, but there was a whole host of Cougars. That was Mr. Ellis, I believe, over there leading the charge from his cornerback position. Again, corners coming up and making tackles. You just love to see that. Third down about 4, I'm sorry. Third down and 6.
And 3rd and 6 is a whole lot more manageable, especially as a play caller, than 3rd and 10. You can still kind of run the ball a little bit if you feel like you've got to play.
Montgomery has been effective running the football, so 6 yards, that is definitely a manageable down to run the ball on.
And they're going to come out empty.
Mason looking to throw and just really know where to go with the football, and he's going to be wrapped up by Cougars. And they're going to throw a flag. Personal foul is what it's probably going to be on Matthew Cooper.
We saw that last week. You love the enthusiasm. You love the quote-unquote violence that he plays with, but you got to know when to pull it back just a little bit.
Got to know when to dial it back. Personal foul against the Cougars. That's going to give the Montgomery Tigers a first down, 15 yards in penalty yardage.
And in a game that's only 21-6, Chad, those are 15 big yards.
15 big yards here because, Montgomery is right here getting close to getting back into this ball game here with 1:21 left in the first quarter. Cougars are up 21-6. Got timeout on the field. We're going to step away for just a moment and pay a few bills, and we'll be right back here. 446 Sports coverage of Grant Cougar Football.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the LaLuck Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. Grant Cougars kicking off the 2025 season here against the Montgomery Tigers. Cross-parish rival here in the Parish Pride game. 1:21 left here in the first quarter. Cougars up 2 scores over the Montgomery Tigers.
But they are threatening.
They are definitely threatening. Their ball is spotted at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for Montgomery after the personal foul call. Mason Jordan calling for the football and going to run it straight ahead with Jeremiah Christian, and Cougar defense discipline, staying in their gaps.
And there's Matthew Cooper, That's what you want out of him. Hey, look, there's another play coming. Let's go ahead and let's have a positive one this time. And he came right down in the middle. A little unique formation from Montgomery. He had 4 in the backfield. One of those was a lineman, number It looked like number 66, but I don't see that one on our roster.
Matthew Cooper making the stop at the line of scrimmage, so there was no gain there for Montgomery. Montgomery's going to empty set. Got everyone spread out here. Mason Jordan looking to throw the ball, and he's going to cut one loose, and that ball's going to fall incomplete. Nice ball from Mason Jordan.
And on his fingertips.
We'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Mason.
Not to sting you too bad, Chad, but that was almost a little shades of C.D. Lamb last night.
You didn't have to bring that up.
I knew I was going to be able to find it at some point.
For those our viewers, just so you know, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, and so some of those drops kind of hurt. 3rd down and 10 here for Montgomery. Mason looking to throw. He's going to throw that one complete to number 1, Hayden Gainey.
And he might be the tallest kid out here right now, Chad. He's got great size for a wide receiver, the senior from Montgomery, number 1.
Montgomery Tigers years ago had a great football player by the name of Joe Gainey, and I would suspect there's some relation there. Going to be 1st down and goal here for Montgomery.
And if there's not, after that catch, I'm sure Joe would
claim him.
Yes, sir.
1st and goal here from Montgomery.
I thought they were going to go under center here. Looks like they're going to call timeout.
I think they're going to let the quarter wind down here. That's the end of 1 here in Dry Prong, the Parish Pride game. Cougars are up 21-6 over Montgomery, but Montgomery is threatening. Stay with us. We'll be right back in just a minute, right here on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. We just completed the 1st quarter of play, just about to start the 2nd. Grant's up 21-6 over Montgomery, but Montgomery is threatening. 1st and goal from the Cougar 10-yard line. Quarterback Mason Jordan's got everybody spread out. He's got pressure right in his face, but he avoids it. Breaks another tackle, and he gets down, looks like inside the 4-yard line. On a nice scramble there by Mason Jordan.
They're going to spot him at 3 for 2nd and goal here, Chad.
That was an even better run, 7 yards. He came out looking to throw, but he had pressure right in his face from. It looks like that was Jake Glass coming right at him, but he is his vision, his awareness. You can see that.
And sometimes you want to spread them all out and then take off.
Right. 2nd down and goal. Ball is spotted inside, right at the 3-yard line. Mason Jordan's going to pitch it to Jeremiah Christian, and he is going to get in the end zone for a Montgomery touchdown. Contact was made. I thought he was going to stop him short, but
looked like the last Cougar kind of came in at the wrong angle.
Knocked him in the end zone.
Knocked him in the end zone.
That's a nice drive put together there by Montgomery to get right back in this ball game. They were down 2 scores,
and we saw off count probably 5 or 6 different formations.
Yeah.
But nothing too fancy. I especially like the scoring play there. you bunched them up, and then you toss it out wide. That's hard as a defense to adjust to.
Absolutely. Montgomery going for 2, down 21-12.
And we'll talk again about the importance of and the almost the luck of having a great field goal kicker.
Yes. And Mason Jordan, man, what a throw to thread that in there for the completion of the 2-point conversion. That was number 1, Hayden Gainey, there on the receiving end of that Mason Jordan throw. And so with 11:44 here left before the half, just starting the second quarter here, Montgomery Tigers have closed within 1 score, 21-14. Cougars are still up. You know, I was, we were talking about the importance of the field goal kickers, someone being able to kick. Montgomery, apparently, either they don't have a kicker or they.
And the word I was searching for was luxury.
Luxury, yeah, that's a better word. That's a better word.
You know, the luxury of having that guy that can get you those points.
Not
almost automatically.
Not having to depend on having to score a touchdown all the time. Sometimes you get in those positions where, you know, you want to get some points on the board, and when you got a good kicker, man, it makes all the difference in the world.
And Chad, I watched a game last night, Evangel at Neville, that came down to several missed extra points. So definitely a luxury.
Montgomery got it teed up to kick it away, and they're going to kick it low. Ball was touched by the Cougars twice, and it looks like Montgomery is going to recover. How about that for a turn of events? 2 Cougars touched that football. Nobody possessed it, and Montgomery, man, what a swing here in this ball game in terms of momentum. Montgomery's going to recover that one in Cougar territory at about the 40-yard line. Those kind of kicks are so hard to field, but nevertheless we got to get on them.
And you know, that's one where I was right before they were going to kick. I was thinking they might try to steal another possession here, and of course they did. Sometimes it's a wake-up call.
Absolutely. The momentum has definitely swung in Montgomery's favor. First down and 10. Mason Jordan's just going to call his own number, try to get the edge. Man, you can see the toughness in that young man. Getting down to about the 37-yard line. Didn't pick up at about 3 yards, but man, he worked for it.
Chad, in a game like this, you know, when you don't have as much depth as the opponent, you really want to slow the game down, take your time. A lot of your guys are playing both ways. Nothing helps that cause out more than stealing the possession, especially after a touchdown.
Turnovers are certainly can be momentum killers. Getting a turnover is certainly a momentum maker, and that's what's happened here with Montgomery. Second down and 7. Mason Jordan looking to throw. Coverage is good there from the Cougars. That one's going to fall incomplete. He was looking all over the place to try to find an open receiver, and it was tough.
And I want to say down on the other side, that's Sean Williams, playing that corner position, number 3.
Yes.
That way, I mean, Hayden Gainey had that ball in his hands, and he came out the last minute and knocked it away. Otherwise, they were going to be looking at a 3rd and short. Still 3rd and manageable, about 3rd and 8.
Mason Jordan leading this Montgomery offense. Young man's played well here tonight, and we expected him to. He's going to pull it down and run it himself, and he is going to break a couple of tackles and going to be down inside the 10-yard line, down at about the 5-yard line. Big run by Mason Jordan, and Montgomery has definitely seized the momentum in this football game.
They are excited.
Looks like we got another player coming in to play quarterback here. I don't know if Mason might have been shaken up a little bit on that play. Might have got the wind knocked out of him. First down and goal here for Montgomery. Inside the 10-yard line. Going to keep the ball on the ground, looking for a little room, and going to pick up, looks like he's going to pick up probably 4 yards, 5 yards on the play. Ball down at about the 2. Second down and goal here for Montgomery.
And this is definitely 4-down territory for them.
Absolutely.
This is where you need one of those senior defensive players to step up and make a play for you. Still no Matthew Cooper out there.
Second down and goal. Going to hand the ball off straight ahead.
They're going to say he's down at the inch line.
He is down at the goal line. Third down and goal here for Montgomery. Nope, they're saying touchdown.
Official down on our side signaled down, and official to the far side said touchdown.
It's definitely going to be, looks like it's going to be a touchdown. The official on the far side kept his hands raised. And
you always wonder when they have that disagreement, who gets the
final say, right? 9:25 here left in the second quarter, and Montgomery is a 2-point conversion away from taking the lead. Talk about a momentum swing in this football game. Mason Jordan is back out on the field playing quarterback for Montgomery. Looks like he's trying to put people in the right place.
Look like two men in motion there.
Looks like it was. No flags, and he's going to stick it in for the 2-point conversion. And man, we went from 21-6 to 22-21 just like that. 9:24 left here in the half, and Montgomery has erased the deficit and taken the lead 22-21 over the Grant Cougars. We're going to take a little break, pay some bills, and we'll be right back here on 446 Sports coverage of Grant Cougar football.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop, ready to elevate your golfing experience. Tee off.
All right, welcome back to Grant High School Stadium.
Man, we don't want to miss this kickoff.
No, we don't, man. This has become quite the ball game. It was looking like Grant was going to run away with this, and they keep it on the ground on the kickoff. It produced some fruit for them last time. Montgomery came up with a turnover, which led to a scoring drive to take the lead in this ball game. Grant had gone up by 2 touchdowns, and Montgomery momentum has swung in their favor, and they have taken the lead here. Grant offense needs to put a drive together and get some points here, because this looks like it's going to be one of those back and forth football games.
Well, that kick has been feast or famine. They tried it earlier twice. Both times gave Grant great field position, 2 touchdowns. Then they got it right here. They come back again, Grant with the ball at the 50. You know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Montgomery's showing some pressure.
I almost thought they were offsides.
Looked like they might have been offsides, but no flags on the play. Pass is going to fall incomplete. Montgomery bringing a little bit of pressure, going to bring up a second down and 10 here for the Cougars. Montgomery's feeling it, man. They've got.
Well, they're going to play. We talked about it. They're going to play with some unique emotion.
Grant hurrying up, going to keep the ball on the ground with Ahmad Sykes, who is fighting for yardage, and he's going to get. Looks like they're probably going to blow it dead at about the 47-yard line.
And number 70 there. We've got to get his name. Madden Blaylock. He might have drove the defensive end about 30 yards up the field.
Play blocking down about the 15-yard line. Madden's having to run back to the Cougar line of scrimmage. My goodness gracious, he took his man all the way down.
I haven't seen that since the movie The Blind Side.
Third down and manageable here.
Oh, he's
going to turn it loose. Just a little bit overthrown. And he had Keith McKinney wide open and going to overthrow that one just a little bit. Bring up a 4th down here for the Cougars.
Now here's the question. You definitely do not want to give Montgomery offense the ball back right there in the middle of the field. We got 2 balls on the field.
Looks like Cougar offense is going to stay out there. Looks like we're going to go for it. May try to go a hard count. May try to draw them off sides here. Looks like you're going to call timeout and talk about it. I can see the Montgomery coaches over there. They were jumping up and down. They must not like what they saw. Got a timeout here on the field. We'll step away for just a moment and come right back with more live coverage of Grant Cougar football right here on 446 Sports.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
"Ugh, come on.
Seriously? This is so extra.
But what you could say is,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra.
Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. Big 4th down here for the Cougars. Cougars going for it, trying to gain some momentum back. Montgomery has gained the momentum and taken the lead by 1 here almost midway through the 2nd quarter. And we're going to call timeout again. Coach, what are you calling right here? You're an offensive play caller. What are you calling right here?
I'm calling the head coach and asking him if we can punt it. Because this one is risky. You really don't want to put it in the air, but you're about 4th and 6. There's not many 6-yard run plays that you can call.
No.
We've seen it. We saw earlier in this drive they tried to throw out wide to Jaden out of the backfield, and that did not connect. This is a risky one. This one is a lot of pressure. This is where you earn your paycheck if we are going to go for it.
I would probably punt the ball and try to pin them deep, but I'm not the head coach. I'm just a guy up here in the booth calling the game. Maybe trying to get them to jump off sides.
Or, you can go down here on the far side of the field. There's one-on-one coverage, maybe a hitch, some kind of timing route.
Here we go, Cougar offense. Low snap, going to keep it on the ground with Ahmad Sykes, and he's going to be right at the line to gain. Looks like he fell forward enough to get the 1st down. We'll just have to see where they spot this football. Ahmad's got some cramps. Still waiting. Still. They may bring out the chains on this one. This one is looks like from our vantage point, looks like he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Ahmad's got some cramps. Going to call timeout on the field while they work his cramps out. We'll step away and we'll be right back. Hopefully they won't be down too long, but we'll be right back with live coverage here on 446 Sports.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the LaLa Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. We had a 4th down try before we went away to break. I had Ahmad Sykes having some cramps, and so they had to bring the chains out and measure, and the Cougars got the 1st down by the length of the football. And so we're going to have 1st down and 10 for the Cougar offense. It was a risky gamble there to go for it on 4th down there, Coach, but I think he's trying to grasp the momentum back away from the Montgomery Tigers.
Absolutely.
And it worked.
It worked. That's where you start earning that reputation, a little bit of a riverboat gambler. That could have gone one either two ways, and one of them was disastrous. But they've got the first down now.
First down and 10 for the Cougars. Miles is going to throw, and that one really wasn't there. Ball's going to fall incomplete, bring up second down and 10 for the Cougars. Matthew Cooper in for Ahmad Sykes while they get his cramps sorted out. He's stretching over there on the sideline. Montgomery's got a player down with cramps now in the secondary. And it's that time of year, Coach. You know, it's early in the year. It's humid.
If anyone watching 446 Sports, you know, owns a yoga studio, now is the time to get yourself a sponsorship for this fine program. If we can ever emphasize the importance of stretching.
Stretching is very important. I can remember years ago playing football, our coach, we were doing these ballet type exercises, whatever
Absolutely.
you want to call them, and it was just for the sole purpose of increasing your flexibility.
You know, when I was here with Coach Barrett, we had a yoga instructor come down.
Really?
And we had we had all these young men out there, and I mean, they were in all the positions
doing yoga. Second down and 10 here for the Cougars. Going to hand the ball off to Matthew Cooper. He's got a little bit of room. Going to break two tackles. He's going down the sideline. Going to be tackled inside the 20 in the Montgomery red zone at about the 19-yard line. And we got another Montgomery player cramping up over there on the sideline. Timeout on the field. Official timeout.
We talked in the coach's show about Malik Perry, the new wide receivers coach, and man, he was having a fit down there. I know if we were watching the play, he was wondering why his wide receivers were just watching the play. And that's one where you know, hey, but if you want to watch, we can get you some popcorn.
Regardless of the position, you're a football player, and sometimes that requires blocking. But we were talking about, you know, kids cramping up. I don't know if they still do it, but years ago, big thing was drink pickle juice.
Oh, look, I can remember from even my last year coaching, there was a dedicated bottle to the pickle juice. I mean, if it works, it works.
It works, man. Get that potassium in there.
At this point, we you know, here in this Louisiana heat, you might want to consider the pickle part of the pregame meal.
Yeah, right. Just get them a big jar of dill pickles. That's Mason Jordan on the sideline with cramps. Mason, such a leader on this Montgomery football team, senior, plays both ways, outstanding quarterback, just a great athlete.
And that's where the depth starts catching up to you, Chad.
Cougars hoping to, got a little momentum going here, hoping to end up in the end zone here. 8:05 left here in the half. Montgomery with a 1-point lead at one point there early in the ball game. Cougars were up 21-6, but Montgomery captured some momentum, came storming back to take the lead by 1 point. We are back ready to play football. Miles Futrell waiting on the football, and we got whistles. I don't see any flags, Coach.
Down there by the
back.
I
see it. I see it now. We'll wait on the call, see what it is. Call is against Montgomery, and that's illegal substitution, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I'm going to go ahead and count them right now, but it looks like there's 12 men on the field.
12 men on the field.
They're still there. Number 9, Jeremiah Christian's going to run off now. Yeah. Now we'll have 11 on 11.
11 on 11.
You know, someone told me years ago, if we could ever figure out a way to get a 12th guy out there, we'll be unstoppable.
Oh my gosh! Miles Futrell throwing to the back corner of the end zone. The official is saying he was out of bounds. I thought he had his feet in bounds. What an acrobatic catch. Laying out to catch that football. Keith McKinney, he's saying he was out of bounds. My goodness gracious. That would have definitely been our Southern Air cool play of the game. Man, what a catch.
All you can say is human eyes. It's hard to.
It is.
It's hard to speed up to a play like that. We looked like he was in.
Second down and 5 here for the Cougars. Nice ball from Miles. Nice catch, just unfortunately out of bounds. Ahmad Sykes back in the ball game and back to scoring touchdowns. He's going to run in untouched from about the 14-yard line. And another Ahmad Sykes touchdown. How many does that make for him tonight, Coach? Four touchdowns for Ahmad Sykes. Came out earlier with some cramps, back in the ball game, back to scoring touchdowns. Snap is down, kick is up, and that kick is good. That is 4 for 4 for Jaden Rivera on point after attempt. 7:49 left in the half. Cougars jump back in front, 28-22 over Montgomery. We got a ball game here at Grant Parish. Y'all stay with us for live coverage of Grant Cougar football right here on 446 Sports. Welcome back to Dry Prong, Louisiana, Grant High School Stadium. We got a whale of a ball game going on here in the Parish Pride game between your Grant Cougars and the Tigers from Montgomery. Humid night here in September. Both teams trading places on being in the lead. Grant Cougars have now captured the lead, and hopefully the momentum. Nice kickoff there from Jaden Rivera. Decent return from Montgomery out to about the 30-yard line where Mason Jordan will bring the Tiger offense back out on the field.
And if you're Mason Jordan, you got to be feeling pretty confident. You have not been stopped for some time now.
Absolutely. I tell you what, he is I mean, not to take away from any of the other players, but man, what a leader he is on that football team. He does a little bit of everything. Throws the football, runs the football, gritty. Two receivers at the top of your screen, one at the bottom, Mason Jordan in his shotgun, calling for the football, and he's going to come out throwing wide receiver screen and going to have a good gain there on first down for Montgomery Tigers. Ball's going to get out across the 35-yard line, about 36.
And another RPO we've seen, great decision making from Mason. You know, when you get the quarterback at that level, it's almost like, especially for a play caller, having a coach on the field, you can kind of do some things that maybe none of the other kids understand, but the quarterback definitely does.
Second down for the Montgomery Tigers, about 4 yards. Cougar defense looking to make a stop here. We're about halfway through the second quarter, and we're going to have some encroachment offsides there on the Cougars. Number 37, Matthew Perry, was going to be showing a little pressure there, but he got a little head start on it. He was coming.
Well, that's when especially as a defense, you're giving up scores the last two drives. They're moving the ball with a positive play on first down. You're starting to get a little extra determined.
Yeah.
And that's when they can find you and draw you off sides.
First down and 10 here, ball just across the 40 at the 41-yard line from Mason Jordan and the Montgomery Tiger offense. Mason Jordan in no hurry. Dropping back, looking to throw, and he's going to turn one loose.
Oh, they might.
He had a man.
Throw the flag on that one.
Yeah, that's going to be pass interference on that one. Montgomery's got a player down. I thought that was going to be some pretty good coverage there on that one, Coach, but it looked like he might have had a hand on his shoulder, might have been pulling on him a little bit. Waiting on the call from the field, but that's pretty obvious that it was pass interference. Defensive holding. Okay.
Grab the jersey a little bit. That's a tough one. We can hear the coaches in the box. That's a tough one, especially when it comes from that far back on the field.
Yeah, Montgomery receiver did have a step on him, and I saw the hand on the shoulder.
Great ball thrown by Mason Jordan.
Absolutely. Montgomery's got a couple of first downs here off of Cougar penalties with 6:26 and a running clock here in the second quarter. Cougars up by 6, 28-22. Montgomery going to keep it on the ground this time with Jeremiah Christian, and he's going to have a good first down carry for Montgomery. Tackle there by Matthew Cooper.
And it looks like we've got another player down with cramps.
Another player down with cramps. Going to have official timeout on the field. We'll step away and try to pay a few bills here. Stay with us here on 446 Sports. Welcome back to Grant High School Cougar Stadium. Kickoff game here for the 2025 season. Parish Pride game, they call it here in Grant Parish. The two football teams here in Grant Parish playing for bragging rights. Definitely counts wins and losses, but they play for a trophy here. It's a football helmet, split right down the middle. One side is Montgomery, one side is Grant.
We can see it down here on the bench.
Yes, absolutely. On the Cougar sideline, Cougars have won for the last 4 years, and
we'd like to say we'd have won in the COVID year too. Didn't get to play that.
Didn't get to play that one. Second down and about 4 here, 3 or 4 here for Montgomery. Mason Jordan leading the Montgomery offense, and he's going to call his own number and doesn't have a whole lot of room. He does slip one tackle, and I think he's going to be a little bit short. He looks like he may lose a yard on that play. In fact, he does. Going to bring up third down for Montgomery.
Well, it's Cullen Carbo coming in from the linebacker position to make the tackle.
Cougars covered that one well. He didn't have anywhere to go on that design quarterback run. Big third down here for the Cougars. Love to see them get a stop. Kill this Montgomery drive. Mason rolling to his right, looking to throw, got somebody in his face. Breaking one tackle, and he's going to get close to the line to gain, but I don't know that he's got the first down here.
They might want to measure.
Going to be close. They're already signaling fourth down here for Montgomery. Certainly, I would think this would be 4 down territory here for Montgomery.
This will be 4th down and about 1.
Montgomery early in the game was getting a good push from their offensive line. They don't seem to be getting quite the push. Looks like they got an offensive lineman.
69 Ashton Washington. We might see a little, there it is.
Quarterback sneak. The old Philadelphia Eagles tush-push play there.
A legal shift.
Legal shift against Montgomery.
You got to wait till you snap it.
That's going to back them up. If they decide to go forward on this 4th down, that's going to make it quite a bit more difficult. I don't think they're going to get away with this quarterback sneak on this one.
That's one where, look, it's perfectly legal play.
Yeah.
You just got to wait. You got to give it. You got to let them snap the ball, let the exchange happen, then you can come push. They immediately, they might have beat the center to the push. That's one where the kids are excited to do it.
Yeah. It's really an old school play. It's kind of got some notoriety here in the last couple of years with the Philadelphia Eagles running it, but it's just a straight ahead quarterback sneak. Montgomery's going to take a timeout here and think about it. 4th down and 6, 4:36 left in the half. Cougars up by 6, 28-22 over Montgomery. We'll come right back here in just a few minutes. Stay with us here on 446 Sports.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Lala Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you.
Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium, Parish Pride game. Big play here from Montgomery offense, 4th down at about 6. On the Cougar side of the 50, going to be going for it.
They'll be in that empty, number 1, in that tight end position.
Montgomery trying to spread them out, look for that quarterback draw. Jake Glass pursuing. He's going to throw. That pass is going to be broken up. What a play there by Keith McKinney, breaking that pass up. Mason did get it off, but he did take a big hit there from Jake Glass, running him down from behind. And the Cougar offense is going to take over on downs here with 4.5 minutes left here in the half, with an opportunity to get some more points on the board.
Well, you almost didn't want him to throw it. I mean, he had open grass.
He did.
That's one where, if you don't play against guys like Keith McKinney on a regular basis, you don't realize how fast he can close in on that football.
Beautiful, beautiful defensive play there by Keith McKinney. Jake Glass, big young man, defensive end, hawking down Mason Jordan from behind. Miles looking to throw, got an open man over here, and that ball's going to go right through his hands at about the 50-yard line. That's Keith McKinney. Incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd down. Got a Montgomery player cramping on the field. I believe that's Jeremiah Christian. Was cramping on Montgomery's last offensive possession. Another one of those young men that are out here playing both ways. And you can expect to see some of that early on in the season while it's still hot. Stretching his hamstring out and his calf over there.
That's where depth, we talked about earlier, that's where depth becomes an issue. You'd like to have a guy that can spell him, and sometimes you just don't.
Sometimes you don't, and he's a big producer here for Montgomery on the offensive and defensive side of the football. So what do you do? What do you do here, Coach? Do you play conservative, or you really just get after them?
We've got to go score. This. If I'm not mistaken, Montgomery gets the ball back to start the half.
Yeah.
And with the way Mason Jordan's been playing,
you want to keep the ball out of his hands.
Yes, and you want to keep a couple possession lead.
Montgomery running a 12th man off field. They do get him off. Miles is going to throw one. He's got a man. Keith McKinney. That ball was sailed just a little bit out of bounds. It's going to fall incomplete. Had he caught it, he would have been out of bounds. Going to bring up a 3rd down here for the Cougars. You got a running back like Ahmad Sykes. Look, Cougars going to go a little tempo here. He's already scored 2 touchdowns. They're going to give it to him here on 3rd down and 10.
And I think
he's got the 1st down and more, and he's going to take that one to the house for his 5th touchdown. My goodness gracious. I was just going to talk about Ahmad Sykes when you got a back like that. And here they do give it to him on 3rd and 10, and he takes it to the house. Big run there by Ahmad Sykes for his 5th touchdown of this ball game. Looks like we may have a timeout here on the field here for just a minute. Montgomery's got a young man down on the field. we'll step away for just a moment, and we'll come right back till they get all of this sorted out. Stay with us here on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs.
Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. Just had a big touchdown run, Ahmad Sykes, for his 5th touchdown, Grant Cougars' 5th touchdown of the ball game. Man, what can you say? Snap is down, kick is up, kick is good. 4:18 left in the half here. The Grant Cougars have jumped back up by 2 touchdowns here over Montgomery. I mean, what do you say here, Coach?
I think we might have an athlete of the week candidate.
I think that's 5 touchdowns. I'd love to know what his rushing yardage is for the game, but man,
I'd like to know what the record in a game for Grant High School is.
Yeah, because that's 5, and we're not even halftime yet. Montgomery is hanging in there and playing tough, man. You gotta tip your hat to them, man. These kids are they're leaving it all out on the field, as they say.
And offensively, you want to, you definitely want to start seeing some production from a few other guys. Ahmad's going to stick out on film, of course.
Yes, absolutely. You're talking as a coach here.
Yes,
getting into some of that.
Getting some other guys some confidence. We've seen Matthew Cooper at running back a little bit tonight. I think he had a carry. They definitely tried to get the ball to Keith McKinney out here out wide.
A name we haven't called here, athletic young man, plays tight end, Jaden Moore. I know he made some plays last year, made some plays in the Jamboree. Like to see him get to touch the ball a little bit. Low kick from Jaden Rivera, fielded at about the 15-yard line. Cougars overrun the ball carrier a little bit, finally track him down at about the 30-yard line where the Montgomery offense will take over.
If you're Montgomery, you want to spend 4 minutes coming down and scoring.
Absolutely. I mean, Cougars, we saw earlier in this ball game how quickly Montgomery gained some momentum and erased that 2-score lead. So we know they're capable of it. I know we're a little bit deeper in the ball game. We've seen kids cramping up, and so all of that's going to come into play as we go down the stretch here. Perhaps they may not be as quick. Perhaps they may not be as crisp. But we know they've got guts. We've watched them too many times. And they've got a great quarterback in Mason Jordan. 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Mason's back looking to throw. He's going to throw across the middle, and that ball's going to be picked off. Ball intercepted, went through the tight end's hands, and that ball's going to be picked off by our quarterback of all people, Miles Futrell, with the interception playing.
Chad, I don't know if you counted. Montgomery only had 10 on the field. That's not. You can play with less if you so desire. You can't play with more, but that's a crucial mistake in this ball game.
Absolutely. Teams have traded turnovers here. Cougars had a turnover on a kickoff earlier, and now Montgomery throws a costly interception. Cougar offense in business here at the 40-yard line, looking to add to their lead. Miles is going to throw complete. Nope, they're saying incomplete. He must have trapped it. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Like to see the other guys get involved here. Is that Sean Williams, I believe, over there on the far side of the field playing wide out. Keith McKinney on the near side. Mr. Rubin over here as well, 2nd down and 10. Cougars going to keep it on the ground. Ahmad Sykes got a lot of room. He's still on his feet, and they're going to take him down inside the 20, down to about the 17-yard line. Big run by Ahmad Sykes, 1st down. Man, Cougars threatening again here with under 4 minutes here on the clock. Cougars going a little tempo here. Low snap. Ahmad's just going to pick it up and try to make a play out of it. And he's going to drive a man into the end zone for his 6th touchdown of this football game. He literally just lowered his shoulder and drove the defender into the end zone. 3:33 left here in the half, and Ahmad Sykes has just scored his 6th touchdown on what appeared to be was going to be a busted play, a low snap, and he just picked it up off the ground and took off with the football. Cougars line it up for the point after. Snap is down, kick is up, and that kick is good. And with 3:33 left in this ball game, it's been all Grant Cougars here for the last few minutes of the half. 42-22 over the Montgomery Tigers. We're going to step away, and we'll come right back to the action here on 446 Sports. Live coverage of Grant Cougar football. Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. Grant Cougars versus Montgomery Tigers for the Parish Pride football game.
And Chad, we've seen about a 21-point swing in about the last 3-4 minutes.
It's definitely, momentum is a real thing in a football game. Nice kick there by Jaden Rivera, fielded by Montgomery. Montgomery return man's got some room over at the sideline, and he's going to be taken out of bounds over on the Cougar side of the field. But momentum is a real thing in a football game, and we've seen it swing like a pendulum back and forth here. Montgomery had it, erased a deficit, came back, took the lead, but it's been all Grant Cougars since. And I think, just judging by some of the, you're seeing some of the kids getting cramps here in this hot, humid Louisiana weather. I think you're kind of seeing, some of that take its toll on Montgomery. A lot of those kids playing Ironman football, playing both sides of the ball. And so we got a little time out on the field.
We got a substitution here. Matthew Cooper just came off the field limping a little bit, and Jaden Moore is taking his spot.
Matthew Cooper, big playmaker for the Cougar defense. First down and 10 from Montgomery. Spotted on the Cougar side of the 50 at about the 48-yard line. The ball's going to be complete from Mason Jordan to his tight end, number 80, Kenny Reeves. Kenny Reeves looks like a
prototypical tight end.
Prototypical tight end. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Just big enough big enough to play tight end, but not too big to be on the offensive line.
That's right. First down completion there for the Tigers. First and 10 for Mason Jordan after the completed pass to his tight end. Ball at about the Cougar 35-yard line. Mason rolling to his left, looking to throw, and that was going to fall incomplete. Mason hit the receiver right in his hands, and the receiver couldn't hold on to the football. That was his tight end again.
That's another one I thought he might have had a little running room there to make something happen.
Second down and 10 here for Montgomery. 2:47 left in the half. Cougars up by 20 points over Montgomery, 42-22. Story of the game, though, has been Ahmad Sykes. 6 touchdowns here for the Grant Cougars. Montgomery spreading everybody out. Got an empty set. Mason Jordan calling for the football. Going to call his own number. You got to think that was probably a designed quarterback run
A really savvy play to use the 12th blocker on the field there, the umpire.
Use the umpires and instructions. Smart play. Smart player in Mason Jordan. Big gain there.
They're considered a part of the field, and that's perfectly legal.
Absolutely it is. Nothing wrong with that. Third down coming up here for Montgomery. Third down looks like about 3 yards. 3.5 yards.
We're approaching 2 minutes here. Montgomery starting a little sense of urgency.
Jeremiah Christian back in the backfield for Montgomery. Had some cramps earlier on defense. Mason Jordan going to turn around, fake it, and he's going to throw incomplete. That pass hit his tight end in the hands. I see Mason Jordan, he is right on target with his throws. Going to bring up a 4th down, big 4th down here for Montgomery. You think this is 4-down territory here with 1:50 left in the half, down by 20 here to your Grant Cougars. Mason Jordan coming back into the huddle with the play. I haven't noticed if Matthew Cooper's made it back into the game yet. I don't think he has. Maybe letting him take a break over there on the sideline. 4th down. Big 4th down here for the Montgomery Tigers. Mason Jordan dropping back, looking to throw, and he's going to throw, and that ball is going to be incomplete. Man, what a defensive play for the Cougars.
Kendrick Brown coming up to knock. That ball was definitely in the hands of Hayden Gainey. He was going to come down with it. Kendrick Brown knocked it out at the very last second, and now if you're Grant, as a play caller, I guess you just Ahmad left or right. Which one do we go with?
Well, you know, Coach, even if they do that, I mean, we've seen Ahmad break some big runs here tonight. I mean, the Cougars, even if they do keep it on the ground with Ahmad, he's still a threat to score from anywhere on this football field in this ball game. Cougar offense take over on downs. They're going to give the ball to Ahmad, and he's going to rumble down. Looks like he's going to pick up probably 5 yards on that play. And bring up 2nd down. The clock is running down to about 1.5 minutes here left in the half. Pick up about 6 yards on that carry. Cougars coming straight to the line of scrimmage with the next play. Miles is going to throw complete to Keith McKinney. Keith McKinney fighting for yardage down the sideline. He's going to. He doesn't get out of bounds. I guess they're going to keep winding the clock here down to near a minute. Cougar 1st down.
I don't know how many timeouts Coach Felton's got. I thought he used 2 earlier.
Miles is coming out throwing again. He's going to take a shot over to the far side of the field. And that ball's going to be intercepted, going back the other way. Ball is a little bit underthrown. Montgomery's got a little opportunity here. And that young man is still going with the football. Going to be down inside, down near the 10-yard line. At the 11-yard line on the big interception return from Montgomery.
I tell you what, that young man made a heck of a play, number 7.
Kind of hard to read his name.
Yeah, it's right there in that purple tiger, Karen Bonner. Or I'm going to go ahead and say Kyron Bonner.
Kyron Bonner, all right. Heck of a play. I mean, he ran and ran and ran. I thought he was going to be down here back near the 40, but he's going to take that ball down.
And his teammates, they carried him that last about 10 yards.
Absolutely.
A lot of determination. Well, if you're Montgomery, you've got 35 seconds. It says that you got 2 timeouts left. You're in prime position. What looked like maybe it was finally going to run away. You're right back in the game. You score here, and you get the ball to start the second half.
You know, that ball was a little bit underthrown. Montgomery able to come down with the interception, and this really sets them up well. I mean, they're down by 20 here. Really sets them up in scoring position here on the Cougar 11-yard line. Montgomery ahead now in the turnover battle. Cougars turning the ball over twice, Montgomery turning it over one time. Mason Jordan back out with the Tiger offense rather, and we got timeout on the field. Looks like they're going to talk about it a little bit. We're going to take a break right before the half. We've got a big series here coming up. Stay with us here on 446 Sports, live coverage of Grant Cougar football.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
ugh, come on.
Seriously? This is so extra.
But what you could say is,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra.
Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. Montgomery coming up with a big interception, setting them up here down by 20 here with 35 seconds left in the half.
And they can still get a first down, Chad.
Yes, they can.
Looks
like timeout on the field.
I saw Matthew Cooper run back out there, so the Cougars' probably best linebacker. He is back on the field.
That's good news for the Cougars. He is definitely their leader on defense. First down and 10. Mason Jordan looking to throw. He's going to throw across the middle to Hayden Gainey, and that ball is going to be complete. Montgomery hurrying to the line of scrimmage.
It looks like he might just clock it here.
Second down, that's exactly what he did, Coach. Clocks that one. Going to have timeout here on the field with 18 seconds. Montgomery threatening to score.
And Gavin Edwards there with a little flop, the center from Montgomery. Thought maybe he could steal one.
It didn't work. They didn't fall for that one. Montgomery, I mean, this is a lot of time here left on the clock.
You got to wonder how many timeouts they have. I know for a fact Coach Felton's called 2, and our scoreboard shows us 2.
Yeah, that might not be accurate here on the scoreboard.
I'm going to assume that Montgomery's playing with at least 1.
Yeah, I would think so with that clock.
That's dangerous single coverage up there on the far side on number 1, Hayden Gainey.
I bet Mason Jordan sees that. He's looking that direction, and he's going to throw incomplete. He saw it, just couldn't connect there with Hayden Gainey.
And that is Keith McKinney, one-on-one.
Keith McKinney, probably one of the best defensive backs that Grant Cougars got, but that is a long, tall young man in Hayden Gainey for Montgomery.
And we've seen him come to that play a few times. They got it on the 2-point conversion. That's just tough to stop, you know.
Fourth down here for Montgomery. That was not an and goal possession. It was 1st and 10 from the Cougar 11. Montgomery got them spread out a little bit, and we got a flag on the play. Illegal substitute. Oh, delay of game. Yes, it is. Delay of game against Montgomery, so they're going to back it up 5 yards. Gives Montgomery a little bit more field to work with, kind of opens the playbook up a little bit. 4th down and 9 here. They can get a first down. Got 13 seconds left here in the half. Mason Jordan directing traffic for the Montgomery High School offense. Mason dropping back, looking to throw, and he's going to cut it loose, and that ball's going to fall incomplete.
Great pressure there by the front 3 for Grant. They rushed that throw.
Absolutely, and he was going. His target there was Hayden Gainey. That must be one of Mason Jordan's favorite targets. It would be for me if I were a quarterback as tall as that young man is.
I'm going to throw it about 7 feet in the air. You raise your arms up.
Just go up and get it. Cougar offense going to try it out here for what we would expect is probably a kneel down to go into.
At the very least, you might want to just hand it off to one and see.
Just see what happens. He can. He does have the speed to break it from here. He does have 6 touchdowns in this game. They are going to hand it to number 1, but he's just going to drop to a knee, and that will do it for the first half here of the Parish Pride game here in Grant High School Stadium. Cougars have opened up a 2-score lead here, 20-point lead, 42-22 over the Montgomery Tigers. And we're going to step away here for a little halftime break, and we'll be right back after the halftime for the conclusion of the Parish Pride game. Stay with us here on 446 Sports, live coverage of Grant Cougar Football.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop. Ready to elevate your golfing experience? Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
ugh, come on.
Seriously? This is so extra.
But what you could say is,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage.
I'm curious to see the is Manny score
Cheer
on
for
there?
your favorite athletes and live the moments
Logan
our
score?
Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage.
Alec and Denver hands up.
Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Lulug Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
ugh, come on.
Seriously? This is so extra.
But what you could say is,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Lulug Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop. Ready to elevate your golfing experience? Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
ugh, come on.
Seriously? This is so extra.
but what you could say is,
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra.
When he was at Natchitoches Central, I was too.
Central Louisiana.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the LaLuck Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Six seconds here left.
Well, they're gonna start 3 minutes after this.
Okay. Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium in the traditional Parish Pride game here at Dry Prong. We're just about to come out of halftime here. Grant's up 42-22 here at halftime. Kind of been a back and forth game, hasn't it, Coach?
It's been. If you're Grant, you're like, we wish it hadn't. But Montgomery has played a heck of a ball game, and kudos to them. We talked about it. They're not going to quit, and I don't expect them down 20 coming out of the second half to quit either. And again, if you're Grant, continue to do what you've been coached to do. Continue to play your assignments. We saw some of those last couple drives. The defense really step up to make the stops offensively. You know, there's only one game plan at this point.
Give the ball to
Ahmad Sykes. I absolutely don't want to show anything else the rest of this game.
Right.
But you do want to see some other guys step up. You know, you don't want to overuse Ahmad. So
it's kind of a two-edged sword there, isn't it?
It is. You know, at some point, you know, when he starts limping off the field, you know, your eyes get big. But they've got some really talented young men out there. Guys like Keith McKinney, they try to get the ball to. We thought he scored down there in the bottom end zone on an amazing catch. They called him out. That's one we're going to send up to the replay officials in New York. See if we can get a second look at that one.
See if we can do a booth review on that one. But man, it was a beautiful ball thrown by Miles and great adjustment to the ball and just toe tap, but he was ruled out of bounds. But we're excited to get this second half underway. We do have a few scores from around the area.
Some surprising scores.
Some surprising scores, and we're 10 over New Iberia. They're looking good here tonight, according to the scoreboard. Ruston's a perennial state powerhouse. They're up 49-7 over Acadiana.
That's a surprising score.
Yeah. Tioga.
Our friends at Billy French and Thomas Scully with 446 Sports.
Yeah.
They're in a ball game down there with Sterlington.
Well, they're not playing a slouch.
No, not at all.
Sterlington, what is Sterlington? Are they 2A or 3A?
I believe they're 3A, and they're one of the perennial powers in 3A.
Yeah, wonderful football team. But they're in a tight ball game, 20-19. Sterlington is up by 1 point.
You can find that game on 446 Sports.
446 Sports, absolutely. Buckeye is up big over Block, 35-0.
And that's one that we'll make note of. They'll be here, I believe, next week.
Yeah, I think so. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but it's pretty soon.
I'm going to roll the dice like Coach Felton and say that I believe we're playing Buckeye next week.
Buckeye, we played a tight ball game with Buckeye last season, played at their place. And so we get them here this year. We're getting ready to kick off here in just a moment. Avoyelles in Marksville is playing tonight. Marksville is up 27-6 over Avoyelles. Winfield, not far down the road, they're up 12-0 over Jonesboro Hodge. Gina and Mangum playing a good game tonight, 40-36. Gina is up over Mangum. Natchitoches Central High School. I've got to mention Natchitoches Central High School.
Absolutely.
I went to Natchitoches Central.
Well, my wife is the assistant principal there, so she's going to be in a good mood if that score holds up.
But Natchitoches Central up 3 scores over Breaux Bridge, 21-0. Menard 14-0 over Northwood Lena. And we'll mention some of these other scores as we get to it.
To those district opponents.
Yes, sir. Cougars ready to kick the ball off here to start the second half. Jaden Rivera, nice high kick. Ball's going to be fielded at about the 16-yard line from Montgomery.
Ooh,
oh my goodness!
gracious.
What a hit that was. I'm trying to wait for this young man to get over here where I can see his number.
I think that's the freshman.
I think that is the freshman.
Javon Davis. What a
my goodness.
We called his name at the first quarter.
Yeah.
This one is way more impressive.
Way more impressive. Big hit on the coverage special teams unit for the Cougars. I mean, that's one of those mollywops they call them.
That's one you'll see on the YouTube show G Before Me.
That's right. Highlight reel. First down and 10 here for Mason Jordan and the Montgomery Tiger offense. Mason's going to come out throwing, and that ball is going to fall incomplete to his receiver, Eli Bullock.
That's about the, I want to say the 5th or 6th drop pass from Montgomery.
Mason putting the ball on the numbers and just seems to have the dropsies for the Tigers tonight. Good for the Cougar defense, though.
And that's what you talked about earlier. There's your quarterback delivering the blow there.
My goodness gracious. That ball would have been completed had it not been for the blow from free safety and quarterback Miles Futrell that jarred that ball loose to the long, lanky receiver from Montgomery, Hayden Gainey. Going to back for the 2-point conversion with 10:28. Montgomery strikes quick here to open the second half. 10:28 left in the third quarter. Grant Cougars up 42-28.
We're having internet issues, so you may have to catch people up.
Okay.
Right now the stream is frozen.
Oh.
So
we'll just keep calling the game just like it's on. A little delay.
Block, and then all of a sudden he's gone. You give him just a crease.
And you see what happens. He can take it to the house. 10-15 here left in the half. Jaden Rivera getting lined up a basketball score here tonight.
Well, if you like high scoring, you've certainly got your money's worth whether you bought a ticket or you're tuning in live with us on 446 Sports. If you're more of a defensive traditionalist,
you don't like this game.
Keep watching. We'd love for you to keep watching.
Absolutely.
You may want to go get a sandwich.
You were an offensive coordinator, play caller, and I played offense, and so I love the offense. I love seeing those high scores. In fact, defensive football games, they're kind of hard to call from the booth unless you got a lot of hard hitting in them.
Well, we've seen a few hard hits in these kickoffs, and we're gonna pay special attention to the far side, see if Javon Davis can get somebody else.
Jaden Rivera kicking it deep again. Ball is fielded by Eli Bullock.
Matthew Cooper.
Oh my gosh, what a lick. That was a good return. And that young man just popped right back up. He's ready to play football, but man, what a lick by Matthew Cooper. My goodness gracious.
I think we're back up streaming again. If you want to kind of give a recap and apologize and say sorry, we had internet issue.
In case any of you had some interruption in our broadcast, we did have some internet streaming issues and believe we do have that sorted out. To kind of give you a little bit of a recap of what's going on, I don't exactly know what time you lost the broadcast, but
they missed the score on each side.
So we came down early and scored.
Montgomery scored on a big pass play from Mason Jordan to Eli Bullock to score first to open the half. And then the Cougars came right back with Ahmad Sykes. Golly, scored his 7th touchdown of the night. Montgomery's going to have a good gain here. Pass complete to the tight end. Back loses his helmet.
It might have been loosened from that hit on the kickoff. My goodness. There's a young man here that, kind of documents the Grant Cougars. I wish he'd have been on the sideline Yeah, that one up close.
That was on the far side of the field.
My goodness. That's the third time on a kickoff we've just seen an incredible hit. Oh,
Mason Jordan, another receiver wide open, and that one's going to ricochet off of his hands. The intended receiver there was a young man by the name of Malachi Butler. That pass is going to fall incomplete and bring up a third down and about 4 here for Montgomery.
And Mason Jordan has played a heck of a football game. You're almost rooting for the kid.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Even though this is Grant Cougar Football on 446 Sports.
That's right. Mason, I don't think his stats are going to reflect how good of a game he has played, because he has hit some receivers right in the hand, and he's going to take a hard hit, but not after he surpasses the line to gain and pick up another Montgomery Tiger first down. You can see the senior leadership in him. He's kind of taking this Montgomery team on his shoulders, and man, he's laying his body out there. He's throwing the football. He's doing a little bit of everything. 1st and 10 for Montgomery. Ball at the 44-yard line of the Cougars. Going to keep it on the ground. And what a shoestring. Good tackle there for the Cougars. I couldn't exactly number 32.
38, Bryson Barton, the junior.
Bryson Barton, nice play coming up. Shoestring tackle there, what they used to call it. After a gain of a couple of yards there for Montgomery.
We've seen several times that tackle come out and kick that outside linebacker out. Great job by Bryson to step up in that spot and make the tackle.
2nd down and 8 here for Montgomery. Mason Jordan calling the signals there for the Montgomery offense.
Great protection.
Good protection, and he's going to shuffle pass. And his receiver wasn't looking, had his back turned. He was going to block for Mason. And that was probably, if you were to try to find a mistake, if he had just
kept it and
ran that ball, because his receiver was setting up to block for him, that would have more than likely been another Montgomery first down. Instead, it's going to be 3rd down and long here for Montgomery.
That's one where we've seen a few times tonight, and you talk about not out-coaching yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to outplay yourself.
Right.
The simplest is always best. That's a heads-up play for the shovel pass, but I don't know if that other young man was
he wasn't
ready.
Looking for it. No, he wasn't. 3rd down for Montgomery. Got everybody spread out, and we're going to have some offsides, looks like, here for the Cougars.
I tell you, that's center for Montgomery. If he's not on the basketball team, they might want to put him out there. He's textbook flopping.
He does. It's the 2nd time he's done that. It's actually kind of funny. I always like watching those flop videos. They did draw the Cougars off sides. Not quite enough for a first down, but it's going to make it a third down.
This might be a situation where, maybe we try him again.
Maybe. Mason Jordan calling signals. Going to keep the ball on the ground over the right side. And that play has worked for them all evening long. Ball carrier is going to be forced out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
He's going to be pushed out by number 19, but we do not have him on our roster. So for that young man, we're going to make a note to get his name on here.
Malachi Butler is the ball carrier for Montgomery. We're going to have holding against Montgomery. So that good run by Malachi Butler is going to come back.
That tackle's been kicking that guy on the edge. He might have got a little too handsy on that play.
He's been playing well here tonight for Montgomery. That play, they've run it a number of times, and it's worked really well. Unfortunately for them, it was called back for a holding penalty. Going to make it a 3rd down and looks like about 11 yards for Montgomery.
That was a spot foul, so they didn't have to go back from the line of scrimmage.
Montgomery got him spread out. Mason Jordan looking to throw. Jake Glass right in his face. He has to escape the pocket. He's going to throw. I don't know if that one was complete or not. Still waiting to see the signal from the officials.
They're going to call it complete. That's going to be a first down for the Tigers. Boy, Jake Glass came around that edge.
I thought
in a hurry.
He did a heads-up play by Mason Jordan to escape the pressure and get that ball off. It's complete to Eli Bullock there for Montgomery. 1st and 10. Montgomery putting a little bit of a drive here together. 7:30 in the third quarter. Cougars up by 19. Tight end goes in motion. Low snap, fumble snap, and Tigers just pick it up and try to make something positive out of it. Ball was corralled there by Malachi Butler and tried to make some positive yardage. Looks like he might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be 2nd down and 10 from
And he
Montgomery.
ran into Cullen Carbo.
Another one of those good plays by our linebackers right there.
His waiting arms.
His waiting arms to rock him to sleep. 2nd down and 10 here from Montgomery. Gotta wonder if Mason Jordan's probably going to be throwing the ball. I'd be looking at number 1 down here. Hayden Gainey flag on the play. Ball is complete near the 1st down marker.
And that's what I'm going to say,
Eli
Chad.
Bullock.
I think it's going to be an illegal shift. Yes, it is. Number 4, he was kind of going towards the line of scrimmage, still in motion.
Yeah.
You can go side to side, but you got to either get set or
You can't go to the line of scrimmage, which he did. That was a young man that caught the football.
Now, we shortened this field up by about 50 and put a roof on it. That's perfectly legal.
Yeah, absolutely. Be 2nd down here for the Montgomery Tigers after the penalty yardage. They're doing some football swapping out there on the field.
It's going to be about a 5-yard penalty, and they overcame the last penalty.
2nd down and 15 here for Montgomery. They certainly did. Pretty sure this is going to be a passing down. You got 1-on-1 down here.
Cougars got nobody deeper than 5 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Mason Jordan calling for the football, and he is indeed looking for that
Hayden
1-on-1. And what a defensive play. That ball is going to fall incomplete. Target was indeed Hayden Gainey. Trying to wait for the young man to turn around. That was Mr. Rubin,
That's
I believe.
Mr. Rubin coming out and getting a little double duty tonight.
Playing a little defensive back here for the Cougars. Normally a wide receiver for the Cougars, out here playing defensive back. We got some Cougars that play both ways.
Well, I think Dante is their tallest wide receiver.
Yeah.
You got to find somebody for Hayden Gainey.
Yeah, Hayden Gainey, a tall young man. Seems to be a favorite target there for Mason Jordan. 3rd down and 15.
They're going to blitz. Here comes Carbo.
Hey, what a play. Was that Carbo on the tackle that come up there and got a shoelace or an ankle?
I know he certainly rushed him out of the pocket there with that blitz. We're going to get a water timeout here.
Hydration break it looks.
Nice pressure from the Cougars. We're going to take a little break. We got an official hydration break on the field, and we'll be right back with more live coverage of Grant Cougar football right here from 446 Sports.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop. Ready to elevate your golfing experience? Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium, Parish Pride game. Before we took a break there for a minute, we were the understanding it was a hydration break, but apparently there was some sort of penalty. We're speculating entirely because it was a 15-yard variety. We never saw a flag, but they have moved the sticks, and it is first down for Montgomery. Perhaps it was an unsportsmanlike penalty or something. We really don't know. It was a 15-yard variety because it did give Montgomery a first down. Ball is spotted near the 20-yard line at about the 22. Mason Jordan looking to throw, and he's going to turn one loose. He's got a man wide open for an easy pitch and catch touchdown. That was looked like a coverage mistake there. Maybe didn't get the hips around. I didn't see what was going on, but he was wide open and just walked into the end zone for another Montgomery Tiger touchdown.
And Chad, they continue to play hard.
Yes.
You gotta love their spirit. And there's Mason Jordan. He's developed a little limp since the first quarter. He has played a tremendous game. You're the Cougars here. You want to get a stop, get some kind of momentum heading to the sideline.
That was you could see the young man, his body language, Dante Rubin, he was like,
Well, there's Jake.
Montgomery going for the point after attempt, pressure by Jake Glass.
That is a heck of a play by him. We've been waiting for him to step up tonight and get his hands on him. We're going to take a timeout.
Point after is no good, so we're going to step away from just a minute. We've got a injured player on the field, and we'll be right back. 5:55 left here in the third quarter. Grant Cougars up 49-36 over Montgomery. You're with 446 Sports.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the LaLuck Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. Parish Pride game, Montgomery versus your Grant Cougars. And we have got a game here. It's been a lot of offense halfway through the third quarter here. Grant Cougars are up 49-36 over Montgomery. Montgomery just scored. Teams seem to be trading scores, and Montgomery is giving the Cougars fits.
That's a play where that's going to be Montgomery's ball. That's a live ball. And I think the Grant Cougars, they didn't know that it was a live ball.
Giving them fits with this kickoff team. Montgomery keeping it low and on the ground, and that ball was certainly a live ball. Got to fall on that ball.
For our viewers at home, anytime there's a kickoff, once it goes past 10 yards, it is anybody's ball game until it gets to the end zone. You can stand there and look at it. It's not going to change that fact.
Cougars are behind.
I think they thought they could just let it die dead like a punt, but
it's not.
It is definitely not. As we can see, Montgomery is now 1st and 10 from about the 18-yard line.
In prime position here to score in the red zone after the Cougar turnover. Going to keep the ball on the ground. Got a missed tackle.
We haven't seen
there. Haven't seen that young man.
Jeremiah Christian for a minute.
He gets the carry, gets some good first down yardage, and he's limping a little bit. He's been down with cramps a number of times here in this game. 2nd down and about 5 here for Montgomery. Montgomery threatening here to score after the Grant turnover. I believe Grant is down -2 in the turnover department.
There he goes. He might have something
He's
here.
going to have the pylon, and that's going to be another Montgomery touchdown. In a matter of 50 seconds, Montgomery has scored 2 touchdowns here off of some mental errors here by the Cougars, and so, man, we can't slack up here. Nice little run there by number 6, Malachi Butler, on the carry from Montgomery, getting the pylon and going in the end zone for the score after 2 plays after the Cougar turnover, and Montgomery is in the end zone again. Montgomery looking to close this to within 5.
We've seen some creativity here on these 2-point attempts.
Mason Jordan turn around telling his running back something, calling for the football, and we got a flag. Looks like it may be delay a game against Montgomery.
Yes, it is. I didn't think it would be an illegal shift. 9 did go in motion, but like we talked earlier, he was coming horizontal, not vertically.
I could see the urgency in Mason Jordan's hands clapping for the football as that play clock was winding down. Montgomery's going to huddle up and try it again. 2-point conversion here. Attempt by Montgomery, trying to narrow the score down to just 5.
And the play clock now down below 10. You might want to get him lined up again, or he's going to be
play clock down under 5. 3, 2, 1. He does get it off, and he's going to look to throw. He's got pressure all over him, and he lost his helmet on that play. Cougars are going to sack him on that 2-point conversion.
Deontay Pennington making the stop.
Coming from his nose tackle position to make that stop. Mason Jordan lost his helmet. So the point after attempt is no good, but we've got a close football game here. 5:05 left in the 3rd quarter. Cougars still up 49-42 over the Montgomery Tigers. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back here with more live coverage of Grant Cougar football on 446 Sports. Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. Montgomery Tigers have just scored 2 unanswered touchdowns to close this lead.
And Chad, somebody get on the football.
We did cover it, but we got flags on the play. Looks like it's going to be an offsides against Montgomery on that. You can tell. I mean, they've worked on this. They're trying to get a good start there, because they're going to just kick it short and on the ground, trying to get down there and get on that football. And it has worked here for Montgomery throughout this football game. 5:03 here left in the 3rd quarter. They'll likely back Montgomery up 5 yards here and kick this one again. But I'm telling you, these Cougars, this Cougar front here for the special teams unit, the return unit, they better keep their heads on a swivel, because that ball is coming dribbling on the ground.
And let's reemphasize, it's live.
Yes, it is absolutely live. We paid for that last possession when the Cougar return man thought he could just let it roll dead, and it is a live football here on kickoff. Montgomery lining up to try it again. Another one on the ground, just fall on the football, and that's what we do. Jaden Moore there on the recovery. Cougar offense is going to take over at about the 44-yard line of their own 44-yard line, and the Montgomery Tiger defense is going to be back out there.
And we haven't seen them since about, what, the 10-minute mark?
No, they hadn't been on the field in a while. They moved the ball up to the 45. Cougar offense coming back out on the field. Mod Sykes in the backfield. Miles Futrell, the quarterback, got trips down at the bottom of your screen. Gonna throw wide receiver screen to the tight end, Jaden Moore, and he's got some room. He's got some room. Jaden can rumble. He's gonna get down to about the 30-yard line of Montgomery. Big gain. Oh, we got a flag.
Well, we're gonna have 12 men on the field for Montgomery. They'll probably decline that. That play should stand.
I see the official counting players down there. We're still waiting on the call from the official, but man, that was a well set up play there, throwing it to Jaden Moore. Jaden Moore's a big athletic young man. Rumbles down there in the Montgomery territory. Nope, that is going to go against the Cougars. I believe that was an ineligible man downfield.
Yes, that's the call. You got to wonder who that was.
We don't know. They're going to back that one up.
You know, I'd like to go back and see, Chad, if he caught that ball. You got to throw it behind you.
Right.
He might have been up some, but I thought that flag came out a little early. We saw a Montgomery Tiger
trying to get off the field.
I thought that's what it was. That's one we're going to have to go back and look at.
They're going to back that one up a country mile. First down and 10 for the Cougars. Same trips at the bottom of the screen. Miles is going to throw it, and that throw was a little bit errant. I don't know if that was receiver not in the right place or what, but now we're bringing up second down here, and goodness gracious, looks like about 25.
Well, I want to go back and
look at the play.
Okay. Well, we just I didn't know that was a 15-yarder, Chad.
I didn't either. Low snap. Miles has just got to pick it up, and he's going to be sacked down back at about the 25-yard line. And the hole gets deeper and deeper. Third down here, and many bus links here for the Cougars. Cougars are going backwards rather than going forwards with the offense, waiting on the play to come in. There's not a whole lot you can call right here, is it, Coach?
There really isn't. But, looking at the defensive alignment, you've got an opportunity down here at the bottom.
Low snap again. Miles got pressure in his face. Montgomery brings pressure, and he's going to be a long way from the first down, going to be wrestled down up at about the 32-yard line, looks like. And that's going to see the Cougar punting unit come on. That's not the kind of possession you want to have here. Looks like the momentum has swung in Montgomery's favor. They scored back-to-back touchdowns, unanswered touchdowns, and are threatening here. They're going to get the ball back. 3:31 left in the third quarter. 49-42 lead for the Grant Cougars.
So I'm going to go back, Chad. Just kind of looked it up. That was an illegal substitution. That is a 15-yard penalty. I don't know if we saw a Grant Cougar run off the field there. We might have been staring at the Montgomery sideline. I think Coach Felton is trying to get an explanation for about 3 plays ago.
I think that's what he is. I see Coach Felton talking to the head official out there, trying to determine
and our
what
coordinator,
just happened.
Coach Adams. I think we know he doesn't agree. But yes, going back and look, that is a 15-yard penalty in the NFHS. rule book?
Very good. I was well, not very good, but
not only do we call the action,
we try to follow the rules. Yeah. Nevertheless, Cougars are here, 4th down and a country mile here. Cougars going to be punting it right back to the Montgomery Tigers. Good snap.
Almost got a piece of that one.
Almost got a piece of that one. Ball's going to be fielded and tackled immediately there.
I tell you what, Jay Glass reached that big paw, and you got to give him an assist at the very least on the stat sheet.
Big Jake Glass, young man returning the football there. Eli Bullock for Montgomery, not very big. A big man like Jake Glass get a hand on you, it's gonna slow you down a little bit. Mason Jordan coming back out with the Montgomery offense, who have just scored 2 unanswered touchdowns. Cougars really need to get a stop here, get a turnover, really, to try to get closer to evening up the turnover battle here with Montgomery. Mason Jordan's going to keep it on the ground with Jeremiah Christian, and he's going to take it over the left side for a good gain on 1st down. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards on that play.
That's one that seemed to work for him all night so far.
Haven't really had an answer for it. 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Cougars clinging to a lead here, 49-42 over Montgomery. 2nd down and about 4 for Mason Jordan in the Montgomery offense. Not in any big hurry. Mason's going to call his own number.
Looks like he's going to get a 1st down.
He is going to get the line to gain, and going to be another Montgomery 1st down.
So we got another cramp on the field from Montgomery.
Going to have a little timeout here on the field. We'll step away here for just a moment while they tend to that Montgomery player, and come right back to the action here in just a moment on 446 Sports, Grant Cougar Football.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action.
Got 1st and 10 at midfield.
From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love, expert commentary, and passionate coverage.
I didn't see it.
And I saw the Montgomery number 9. I don't know if he got off the field. But that's I think that's one.
Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch.
All right, welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. Montgomery Tigers driving here, 1st and 10. On the plus side of the 50, they are in Cougar territory. Montgomery coming off of 2 unanswered scores. Mason Jordan's going to turn one loose. That ball is going to fall incomplete. No flags on the play, going for his favorite receiver, Mr. Hayden Gainey.
Now, in high school, there is no such thing as a uncatchable ball.
Right.
The rules.
Right.
That one certainly was uncatchable. He wasn't going to catch good coverage down there by number 19 and number 4, Kendrick Brown.
Looks like the Cougars are rolling a little bit of that coverage towards Hayden Gainey. 2nd down and 10 here for Montgomery from the Cougar 49-yard line. And the Cougars are pointing at Montgomery. Montgomery's pointing at the Cougars, and looks like it's going to be offsides against the Cougars.
Cougars saying they were drawn, but
offsides are going to walk it up 5 yards, going to make it 2nd down and 5 here for Montgomery offense.
You know, as a coaching staff, you got to temper those frustrations and continue to focus on the game. You know, they can overwhelm your thoughts.
Absolutely. Second down and 5 here with Montgomery. They got everybody in here tight on this second down play.
Here comes Braden
Cougars
Sloan.
bringing some pressure. They're going to complete the pass. Mason Jordan's going to get hit.
Matthew Cooper
up there with the tackle at about the 41-yard line of the Cougars. Nice game by Montgomery. They brought pressure. Mason Jordan felt that pressure, but he did get the pass away. Going to be a third down and short here for Montgomery. This is a pretty big play here for the Cougar defense.
Well, going back to the last play, Braden Sloan, great hit on the quarterback. You get a free shot like that, within the bounds, I guess you'd say, of good taste.
Yeah.
You want him to remember it.
Yeah.
But 3rd and 1, they got to get a stop here.
Mason Jordan in the shotgun. 3 receivers top of your screen.
Here comes Jaden Moore.
Throw. Got some pressure in his face. Mason feeling it, rolling out to his
what
left.
A play.
And my goodness, that is the old scramble drill. Run back to your quarterback, and they are going to complete that pass. Montgomery player, after catching the ball and running back towards the huddle, falls down on the ground with apparent cramps. Big play.
I guess you'd call it the Vlasic Pickle Company.
Yes.
They're missing a heck of an opportunity to partner with high school football.
Absolutely.
Just all over the country.
But that's one of those plays. That's the old scramble drill. He was coming back to help his quarterback. Quarterback had pressure in his face, and Mason just made a heck of a play. It was a good catch by the receiver as well, but Mason just made a heck of a play, rolling out there and finding a guy and just throwing the ball to him.
And if you're the Grant defense, we got great pressure on him. Pretty good coverage. What do we have to do to stop this man?
Right. Cougars need to find something here. We're winding down towards the end of the 3rd quarter, 1:21.
I tell you what, I like the pressure. I think if they keep sending it, eventually he'll possibly make a mistake.
We're hoping so. Hoping we can get another interception or something. Turnovers are so crucial in a football game, particularly in a close one. And when you're behind in the turnover race, it's pretty tough. Cougar defense a little bit on their heels here. 1st down and 10 for Montgomery, about the 27-yard line. Mason Jordan got Montgomery driving again, looking to throw. He's going to throw incomplete to his tight end, Kenny Reeves, and bring up 2nd down and 10. Throw was a little behind him.
I tell you what, they might invest in him some gloves for next week. He's been open several times. Couple of catches. He might have more drops though.
Yeah, I think he does. He's dropped a few of them. Dew may be starting to settle down there on the field and maybe getting a little wet.
There's only one guy I can recall, and I guess you call the modern era to be out there without gloves. Wayne Corbett.
Oh, man. Reaching back a little bit to an old jet. 2nd down and 10. Mason Jordan calling his own number, and he's going to be hawked down from behind. That looked like Jake Glass making the tackle there.
He was not fooled on that.
No, he was not. Jake Glass, Gentleman Jake, I saw him helping Mason Jordan up off the turf after he made that tackle. 3rd down and long here for Montgomery. Cougars, they don't need to give them any yardage, need to watch the football, don't jump, and they need to come up with a stop. I would think this is going to be 4-down territory here for Montgomery. They'll have to get this play off before the end of the quarter because of the difference in the game clock and the play clock.
That's probably the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Mason Jordan looking to throw again. It's going to have a little bit of pressure there.
That's Madden Blaylock coming around.
Missed the tackle. He's still scrambling around.
Oh, goodness.
Going to break 2 tackles. Going to get a 1st down, and that's going to bring the 3rd quarter to a close. They had him dead to rights in the backfield. Had him again short of the 1st down, but the legs of Mason Jordan is going to get a 1st down, and that's how we're going to end the 3rd quarter. score. Cougars clinging to a 49-42 lead over Montgomery. And we got timeout on the field with the end of the quarter, and we're going to take a brief timeout to pay some bills, but keep it tuned in. We got a ball game here on 446 Sports live coverage of Grant Cougar Football.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Luluk Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium. Man, we've got a barn burner here. We're opening the final chapter here of the Parish Pride game.
Mason Jordan is not in the game, Chad.
Mason Jordan is not in the game.
What is that? A little quarterback power. Oh, goodness.
Montgomery threatening. What? My goodness gracious. What a vicious tackle. It was legal. But man, that
he got that shoulder pad or that jersey. That's okay. You just can't grab the face mask or the back of those pads.
That was Malachi Butler on the carry from Montgomery. I see Mason Jordan getting ready to come back in the game. But to kind of tell the story here a little bit, Montgomery Mason's got a little bit of a limp. Montgomery has really capitalized 2 unanswered touchdowns, and they are in prime scoring position here again. 2nd down and about 6 inside the red zone. Mason looking to throw. Got pressure in his face. Got to love the pressure. He steps through the pressure, and he's gonna find the pylon.
They're gonna say he's just short.
They are going to mark him just short of the goal line. Mason Jordan diving for the pylon.
That will be a 1st down, and we'll be 1st and goal.
1st and goal here from Montgomery, in prime position to take the lead. 49-42, Grant is clinging to this lead. And you can see Mason Jordan here from Montgomery has just really just taken this.
He put the Tigers on his back.
On his back, and he is carrying them. 1st and goal from about the 1-yard line here from Montgomery.
I think Coach Taylor Williams is going to want to talk about it.
Taylor Williams, we hadn't really talked about Coach Williams a whole lot this game. Taylor Williams in his 2nd season as a head coach here at Montgomery.
Last year they won a 1st round playoff game, lost to Haynesville in the 2nd round. Great debut from him as the head coach, but there's been a Williams at Montgomery for quite some time.
A long time.
It's almost like a family job.
It is. Keeping it in the family.
He has done a tremendous job tonight to get these Tigers battling on par with the Cougars.
1st down and goal from the 1 from
Mason
Montgomery.
Jordan is out again.
Going to hand the ball off straight ahead. Going to be close to the goal line. They have Montgomery players signaling touchdown.
And the official has sent a touchdown. And we are either a 2-point stop or a 2-point try from this being a completely different ball game.
Official coming in late with a touchdown signal, but it is a touchdown for Montgomery. Montgomery going to try for 2 points.
Was that a touchdown?
The official ruled it showed it a touchdown. I do believe it is a touchdown. None of the other officials did. The far side official came in late with a touchdown signal, and it does look like it is
And our officials
a
have
touchdown.
updated the scoreboard, so that
Montgomery one play away from taking the lead in this ball game.
and I don't believe
Mason Jordan is not in the
out there.
game.
and he's going to score, and they're going to take the lead here with 10:46 left.
Wow. All I can say is wow, Coach.
I covered you on that one.
No, you didn't.
I saw some shock and awe.
All I can say is wow. Montgomery, 3 unanswered touchdowns. 10:46 left in the ball game to go up by 1, 50-49. And I tell you what, it's going to have to be a little bit of gut check time. We're going to take a break and come back. We got to catch our breath. We're a little bit wowed at this point. Stay with us right here on 446 Sports, live coverage of Grant Cougar football. Welcome back to Grant High School Stadium.
He's trying to onside it.
We have got a barn burner here, 50-49. Montgomery just took the lead.
You got to get on it.
Get on this
There,
football. We got good coverage there by the Cougars to fall on the football.
One of the turning points, Chad, in this game was what we just saw on screen. The Cougars let it bounce a couple kickoffs ago, thinking that it was, I guess that it was a dead ball. That sucker is live.
Hit us a live ball.
And that has started the rally.
Montgomery has stormed back, scoring 3 touchdowns, unanswered by the Cougars. Cougars made some mistakes here to really kind of help Montgomery a little bit, but this offense is going to have to wake up, man. This is
at 2 separate times in this second half. It's been a 19 and then a 20-point lead for the Cougars, and they are down by 1.
Down by 1. Going to hand the ball off to Ahmad Sykes. Got a good push from the offensive line. He's going to have a good first down carry here for the Cougars to open this possession. Cougars going a little tempo, rushing to the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Snapping now. There's 12 men on the field.
Ahmad Sykes trying to follow a block, and he's going to be out. Looks like that's going to be first down yardage. We got a flag on the play over there on the far sideline. Looks like that may be 12 men on the field.
He definitely did not get off.
Yeah, illegal substitution for Montgomery. So penalty yardage. You know, I'm surprised. Of course, I know the Cougars are a little bit tired too, but I would expect to see a little bit more of that tempo here. You got a lot of Montgomery players playing both ways, but man, goodness gracious, these kids are showing some moxie. Going to be a first down here for the Cougars. Cougars right back to the line of scrimmage. Miles in the shotgun. Low snap again, handing the ball off to Ahmad.
And there he
Ahmad's
goes.
got some room. Going to be another Cougar first down. He had about one man to beat over there, and it would have been 6 for Ahmad. That would have been his 8th touchdown. It's amazing that he scored that many times in this game. But we got a Cougar first down on the plus side of the field. Ball's going to be spotted at about the Montgomery 45-yard line. Miles just going to feed Ahmad again. Ahmad looking for some room. Going to be down near another first down for the Cougars.
About a yard short there, Chad. Bring up a 2nd and 1, and that's been the one thing that has worked all night. Looks like he's going to come out, number 18, Javon Davis is going to come in.
Ahmad Sykes.
Matthew might want to wait on that snap a little bit.
Oh, that was pretty close, wasn't it?
Oh, here they come.
They're bringing pressure. Miles Futrell using his legs, getting out there, getting a Cougar first down. Going to be taken out of bounds at about the 25, no, the 23-yard line.
And let's call it that great block by number 82, Dante Rubin. Helped keep the edge set so he can get around the corner there.
That was close. Ahmad coming off the field. It was really close, him getting off the field on that one. First down and 10.
Oh.
Going to stay on the ground.
Oh, the ball was on the ground.
Ball came out. Montgomery seems to have recovered that ball, waiting on a signal from the official. Montgomery players are pointing to Montgomery. Second down, saying he was down. Apparently they blew that one dead, but the ball did come out. That's the last thing the Cougars need here is another turnover. Cougars behind in turnovers here, -2. Second down and 11 here for the Cougars. That whistle's on the field. Flags come out. Waiting on the signal from the official.
Probably going to be a false start.
Offsides.
On the Tigers.
On the Tigers. So we'll get 5 yards out of that one. Make this second down a little bit easier. Mod Sykes is back in the ball game at running back. Low snap. Oh. Low snap messed the entire rhythm of that play up. Gonna bring up third down and 10. I said an easier second down. Gonna bring it third down and 9. Low snap, rolling on the ground again. Fourth down here for the Cougars. Four down territory, I'm sure, here for the Cougars, down by 1 in the game.
And we got to get this.
Got to get this center quarterback exchange. Good snap that time. This ball is complete to Dante Rubin, and he's going to be down inside the 10-yard line for a Cougar first down. Badly needed first down. Those two bad snaps kind of put the Cougars in a bind. Looks like we had the center guard swapped.
We definitely did.
Whistles, flags. Waiting on the call from the official.
I think he motioned offsides on Grant. Oh, no, he's going to call again.
On Montgomery. We'll mark that one 5 yards closer. It's first and goal here for the Cougars. They're sniffing the goal line from here. Cougars desperately need a score.
Chad, how big was that fourth down play? Because that was fourth down.
Huge play. Going to hand the ball off to Ahmad. Montgomery brings some pressure there, and they tackle him in the backfield. Going to be second down and goal here for the Cougars. Man, you got to admire the way Montgomery has played. The guts here, man. They're coming after him.
Oh,
Miles is going to keep it. He fooled everybody, and he's going to find the end zone for a Cougar touchdown. Desperately needed touchdown. Miles Futrell, my goodness gracious.
They're going to go for 2 here.
Grant going for 2, trying to get the right people in. Kicker Jaden Rivera coming back off. 55-50 here over Montgomery. Cougars are going to go for 2 for the first time here tonight. Put them up by 7. Miles going to toss it. Montgomery's going to break that one up.
And I think you have to go for 2 there, Chad. If you're up 7, then Montgomery's not only got to score a touchdown, we see they don't have an extra point kicker.
Right.
They're going to have to get it 2.
Right.
So you kind of play those odds. But now you need a Cougar defensive stop.
Definitely need a stop. Montgomery, so far, the momentum has been in their favor here in this game. 55-50, 7:14 left in the ball game. We're going to step away and we're going to come right back here on 446 Sports, live coverage of Grant Cougar Football.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Lynx-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop. Ready to elevate your golfing experience? Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
We're back. 7:14 left in this ball game. High scoring affair, all offense. Had some turnovers, had some mistakes. Cougars up by 5, 55-50 over Montgomery in this Parish Pride game. Cougars are going to kick it deep.
Oh,
I got a ball on the ground. Missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, not a third one. Going to be taken down.
That's Matthew Cooper.
Matthew Cooper losing his helmet again is going to have to come out.
What a tackle there, because that had potential to go haywire.
Wow, because we had a couple of missed tackles there from the Cougar coverage team. We got Montgomery players on the ground, a couple of them.
Jaden Moore will come out in relief of Matthew Cooper, possibly for just one play.
Just coming back from the break, we can talk a little bit about kind of what Montgomery's been able to accomplish here in the second half. Scored 3 unanswered touchdowns. Cougars made a big play there on 4th down to get a first down and goal, and finally cap it off with someone else scoring a touchdown besides Ahmad Sykes.
Well, they've scored, I believe it's 4 touchdowns the second half.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if they've had a punt or a turnover on downs this half.
Miles Futrell running it in for the Cougars. First down and 10 here from the 20 for this Montgomery Tiger offense. Mason Jordan, quarterback for Montgomery, has played one heck of a football game. Got to keep it on the ground. Hard running over there, not for much gain. The ball carrier there was Jeremiah Christian. Trying to make out who the Cougars were that made the tackle. We've got timeout on the field again. We got another Montgomery player on the ground. They're getting him.
That was Javon Davis, number 18. We've seen him.
Freshman, isn't he? Making
yes, sir,
a lot
he
of plays
is.
here
We've seen him welcome a few people in the kickoff.
Yes. Montgomery player went down. He's on the sideline. We're back in action here. The official winds the clock. 6:45, clock running here in the final quarter of play of this Parish Pride game. 2025, 2nd down and 8 for Montgomery. Cougars clinging to a 5-point lead. Mason Jordan looking to throw. He's going to throw incomplete on 2nd down. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 8.
That was a great throw by him.
Yeah.
His receivers are going to owe him a steak dinner.
He's definitely
this next week.
Yeah, when we've watched him throw the ball here tonight, it's very rare that he's errant on a throw. He puts it right on their hands, puts it right on their numbers. Big play here for the Cougar defense. Need to get a stop here. 3rd down and 8 here from Montgomery.
If you're Montgomery, I think there's no more punting options.
You think they would go for ball is on the ground. Mason Jordan scrambling around, missed tackle. Finally, we get a whole host of Cougars get on top of him. Man, I tell you what, those missed tackles just make you lose your breath. Though the big loss there for Montgomery, they've got a punt right here. Wouldn't you think so, Coach? 4th down and about 20 here for Montgomery.
I think they are going to punt. I think if they'd gotten maybe 3 or 4, they wouldn't have. But this
is timeout on the field. 5:59, halfway through the final period here. Grant Cougars 55-50, forcing a long 4th down here from Montgomery. We're going to step away and pay a few bills, and we'll be right back here for live coverage of Grant Cougar football right here on 446 Sports.
When When something happens to your car, you might say,
ugh, come on.
Seriously? This is so extra.
but what you could say is,
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra.
Back to the action here at Grant High School Stadium. Grant Cougar defense got Montgomery pinned back deep in their own territory. Looks like about 4th and 20. Montgomery is punting. Cougar offense will get another opportunity. High kick from Montgomery. That ball's gonna roll dead at about the 40 yard.
Oh, he touched it.
What are we doing? My goodness. They're throwing a flag. He's facing the Montgomery sideline, waiting to see what this call is going to be.
Well, that's going to be an unsportsmanlike on the coach, one of the coaching staff from Montgomery.
It's got to be. I didn't notice if they set a change of possession. We had a Grant player run towards the football. This is a punt. It's not a kickoff. Officials conferring on the field to determine what this call is. The way the official was facing the Montgomery sideline looks like it was going to be an unsportsmanlike against Montgomery. Still waiting on the official signal. That was a punt, so that ball could have rolled dead. I think he was. Here's the call. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Montgomery. First down, Cougars.
Well, we've seen that in a few different games, to the different levels. It looked like Montgomery kind of pushed the Cougar into the ball.
Is that what it was? I couldn't tell.
Him into the ball.
He pushed him into the ball. Okay.
And there's different perceptions of that by different officials. They thought they came up with it.
Yeah, they certainly thought that must have been the call on the play because he did the unsportsmanlike.
But here's the thing, you tell that kid, why are you even that close?
Right. Yeah, you just get away from that one. First down and 10 here for the Cougar offense once they get all of this sorted out. Stepping off the penalty yardage. Cougar offense is going to be set up here. We're about halfway through the final quarter of play. Cougars really, really need to get some points here. Got a 5-point lead. What do you call it here, Coach? You're going to feed Ahmad?
I'm going to run the ball and run the clock down. I don't want to do anything crazy.
And they're going to hand it to Ahmad Sykes. He's going to split the defense and go for his 8th touchdown of this football game. Ahmad Sykes, 8 touchdowns. I'm going to be curious to see what his rushing yardage is going to be for this ball game.
I definitely think we might see him on the ACA Athlete of the Week.
I would think so, man.
He's got to be a contender, although
8 touchdowns.
We've seen some points scored in a few other local games.
High scoring affair here for both teams. Jaden Rivera on for the point after, and that kick is good. Jaden Rivera is perfect on his point afters here tonight. 5:52 left in the ball game. The way this ball game's gone, it's
not over
still
yet.
Anybody's game. Cougars up 12 over the Montgomery Tigers. We'll be right back. Stay with us here on 446 Sports.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop. Ready to elevate your golfing experience? Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
I think it's
for the ball.
you're still
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.